and field championships where the best and brightest sprinters, distant runners, middle distance, vaulters, jumpers, throwers. We're going to have it all for you coming up exclusively on the OH Report, and it is all on the way next.
Tournament softball is almost here, and the road to Firestone is where local attention gets louder. From first pitch to the final out, families, fans, and communities will be locked in as the area's best teams chase their postseason moment. Now is the time to put your business in front of that audience. Sponsorship opportunities on the region's largest high school sports network are limited, and they will fill fast. Reach out today to secure your spot on the OH Report, the future of local sports.
Tournament baseball is almost here, and the road to a championship is where local attention gets louder. From first pitch to the final out, families, fans, and communities will be locked in as the area's best teams chase their postseason moment. Now is the time to put your business in front of that audience. Sponsorship opportunities on the region's largest high school sports network are limited, and they will fill fast. Reach out today to secure your spot on the OH Report.
The Knox Morrow Athletic Conference Track and Field Championships going down today. Comfortable afternoon here in Mount Gilead, 70 degrees as we get ready to start your action live and free on the OH Report. I'm Brian Skronsky, Evan Johnson with me here today, your track and field experts. Make sure that you do the air quotes anytime you say that about Evan and I, but we have been roaming around the park so far here today. We've been watching the field competitions go down right now, and obviously there are some heavy favorites that we have out here, but plenty of good competition. Narrowed it down to the finals in the long jump, and we're expecting this is going to be a great battle.
Yeah, we are going to have a lot of action going on today. Like you just mentioned, we just had the high jump finish up, got a winner there from Centerburg, Caleb Roadback. Two Centerburg players finishing first and second right there. But now we're getting into the main course. We're getting into all the other events. It's going to be like an organized chaos across this track, a little bit for everything.
We're going to have Evan down in the pits. He's going to literally be out there and checking in on the long jump. We'll have a dedicated camera that is over on the pole vault as well. And we're also going to try to check in on the discus along with the shot put, where we do have a lot of studs out here in the KMAC, some big, strong kids, and just expecting some fantastic competition. Only a couple minutes away from the first running event as well tonight, Evan. And last year we saw Mount Gilead. They've been the team for the boys. They've been the monster within the conference. They again look like they're going to be the favorites. We saw Northmor and the girls bringing a lot back as well. So I think it's going to be fun for the rest of these teams. They have somebody that they're looking up at, and they understand that they're kind of the gold standard right now. Can you come out and upset one of those two teams? It's going to be fun to see.
Yeah, Mount Gilead historically has always been one of the best track schools, running schools, always in cross country too, in the fall, in the KMAC, and there's that target on your back. Everyone wants to beat you, so Mount Gilead will have that going for them. Same with Northmor. They've been there right at the top as well, so we'll see if those two can come out on top again, or we'll have a new team at the top.
Some of the heavy hitters from Mount Gilead, of course, have moved on to the college ranks, but some new faces and some younger kids have stepped up. As you mentioned, they've been the program. That's what everybody is gunning for. Northmor, as we mentioned, on the ladies' side, they've got plenty of great competitors that are expected to win, particularly in some of the sprint competitions. And then also a young lady that struck gold in 4 different events last year, Kelsey Hackman from Danville. She was just a sophomore. She's a junior. She's back looking to defend all of her titles as a junior. Could end up as one of the most decorated track and field athletes in the history of the conference if she's able to duplicate what we saw just a season ago. Getting lined up right now, we're about to have our first event. It's going to be the girls 4x800 relay. We'll keep you up here in the booth for that, Evan, and then we'll send them down. We'll get them into the pits, and we'll keep an eye on the boys' long jump, the girls' long jump. They've narrowed that down to the top 9, along with the pole vault as well, as the girls starting to narrow it down. And we just saw a young lady clear a very tall height right there.
I was expecting replays.
We've got the instant replay. I know that Fredericktown and Jenny Alexander, she's the young lady that everyone kind of feels is going to be the winner. How about a full 2 feet her PR this year over the next best?
I mean, that's ridiculous. That's getting up there in pole vault. Yeah, you got to think she's got to be the favorite heading into this.
And we do have our first whistle, and we're officially underway with the girls 4x800 meter. And in this race, one that I participated in many years ago, it's such a tough challenge because you're trying to run at a pretty quick pace, but at the same time, you don't want to gas out. So for these young ladies, it's a tough balancing act, and only you truly know your body in the best way. Some like to come out of the gates pretty hot and then maybe ease off the gas a little bit until the end, and others kind of balance it out on the first Evan, and then they push really hard on the second lap. I don't know that there's really a great way to do it other than just run your race.
Yeah, got to find your groove. I mean, all of these runners have had a good handful of meets throughout the last couple of months to get ready for this. Again, even though it's an individual, when you're running, it's your individual, but it's a team thing. You don't want to be the one leg that doesn't do it, so we'll see.
Right now it's Northmor out in front with the baton. Lady Knights with the foursome of Layla Castle. Delaney Landon will get the baton next for Mount Gilead, who's the number 2 seed in this. Gwen Hirschner starting off the event. Leona Schwartz will run the second leg.
Right on her heels. Definitely a big 1-2 as we expected. Northmor, Mount Gilead at the front.
Lady Knights with a top time on the year of about 10 minutes and 40 seconds, 13 seconds better than Mount Gilead, and then there's a pretty significant drop-off from there, so there are 30 seconds better, Evan, than Centerburg, so you would expect that this would be a 2-team race, Northmor and Mount Gilead up front, and so far, as you mentioned, that's kind of what we've got here on this first couple of laps.
Yeah, we can usually base off of our expectations off these numbers, but the fun thing is it's a new day. You never know what can happen out here. I mean, you could wake up feeling sore or whatnot, but right now our expectations are being proved right.
Ideal competition weather today, cloudy.
Oh, beautiful.
Right around 70 degrees, so it's not too warm, it's certainly not cold, not a lot of wind out here as well in Mount Gilead, so I think all these athletes would have signed up for exactly what we've got today. Mother Nature's been playing some tricks on us all spring, but certainly playing ball with us here for these championships in the KMAC.
Yeah, perfect, ideal weather. Would not be shocked if we saw a lot of PRs today. And these big championships pushing it.
Here's the handoffs one more time. About 2.5 minutes for that first 800 duration for Northmor. And they're starting to open things up just a little bit. About a 10-meter lead out in front right now for Landon. It is Mount Gilead in second. Centerburg in a distant third, and Fredericktown in fourth.
Another event final to announce. This time it's the girls' high jump.
Having the announcements for the girls' high jump coming in.
Lincoln and Gardner of Centerburg, 4 feet 6. In 6th place, Bolt, Mount Gilead, 4'6". In 5th place, Cooper, Northmor, 4.8. 4th place, Maloney, Cardington Lincoln, 4.8. And 3rd, Whipple, Mount Gilead, 4.10. In 2nd place, Sophie Schultz, Loudonville, 5 feet even, and your winner of
Northmor still keeping a steady gap here on the next handoff.
With a jump of 5 feet 2 inches, KMAC Scope.
So we had a champion. I was trying to see exactly who it was for the girls' high jump. Get clarification on that. We'll just follow along here with this 4x800. Mount Gilead starting to make up some ground here on this second lap. In a sizable, almost 200-meter distance in between first, second, and third now. Excellent kick down the stretch here for the Lady Knights.
Definitely turning it up around those turns. Starting to pull away more now.
If you check out the crawler at the bottom of your screen, we'll have the results. Ella Boughton was a huge favorite to come out and win in the discus throw today. See that she's on top so far at this point in the competition. Brooklyn Carter of Danville, second place at the moment. And coming into this competition, those were the only two you felt like really had an opportunity to come out as long as they were able to get some marks. Boughton at about 140 feet. Carter, 120, her best throw on the year. And then 112 for Mount Gilead's Abby Leonhard. So those top two, certainly it seems like it's shaking down to that right now.
Yeah, some really impressive numbers.
Then the shot put, Boughton as well. Came in with a career best of 46 feet. And Carter right behind her. Continues to be a two-team race here. Northmor has led from the very start. Mount Gilead trailing behind. And a half lap in between those two front runners in Centerburg. Followed closely by Fredericktown. Looks like the Freddies are pushing to try to overtake for third place. And every point counts when it shakes down to the championship points in terms of the team results.
7th place, Lease, Mount Gilead. 6th place,
Very
Miller,
much so. We have a ton of events going on today.
In 4th, Leonard, Mount Gilead. In 3rd, Sands, Centerburg. In 2nd place, Brooklyn Carter from Danville with a throw of 38 feet, 10 1/2 inch. And your winner this year from Fredericktown with a throw of 44 feet, 4 inches, Ella Boughton.
So these are the final results that you're seeing on the bottom of your screen. So Ella Boughton with that throw of 41.9 is your champion this year, 2026, for the shot put. And this is huge right here, Evan. They were neck and neck, Mount Gilead and Northmor, and then all of a sudden, look at this kick, look at the energy down the backstretch, opening up about a 20-meter lead as they hand off the baton, 7:40 on the clock, and this the final runner.
Yeah, really starting to make some ground here, making some huge strides. Look at that takeoff off of the handoff. She's gone. Like you mentioned, everyone's got that different strategies going right out of the gates.
And you have a certain sensation anytime your lead is not too great that you do want to come cooking out of the box to create a little bit of doubt, maybe force your opponent to overextend and try to push themselves beyond their limits. But the lead that Northmor had here to start this final run, it's maintained. It's about at the same spot as it was. as they come around the turn and look to complete their first 400.
By coming out of the gates and getting that sizable lead, it just forces everyone else to be on your pace to try to play catch up. And even if that's not Mount Gilead's game plan of what they wanted to do, they kind of forced their hand.
Northmor, roughly 20-meter edge. Would have been a big upset if Mount Gilead is able to overtake and get these first place points. They were slotted coming into the day as certainly the #2 contender. And they've done well to certainly create a lot of distance in between themselves and Centerburg, kind of leaving no doubt where the finish is going to be #1 and #2. Final lap, Northmor closing strong.
Northmor started to lap almost half the field already.
Yeah, they've blown by the likes of Loudonville, Danville. East Knox just handing off the baton. They're in last right now. And Northmor will indeed take first place here in the girls 4x800. So the team that came out with the bullseye on their back, getting the job done, setting the standard, and getting the blue ribbon to start off these KMAC championships with a time of 10:09 unofficially.
I mean, it was really close throughout the entire start. Mount Gilead was just always a couple of steps behind. But again, that final handoff, Northmor just really took off and cemented the win.
And someone reserved her a little bed space over here, and you see the cool grass to the left after the finish. Didn't take long. We don't have it, but she just went kerplunk right into the grass, and it's hard to blame any of these athletes.
Yeah.
The 800, I've asked them, my daughter's in track right now, what's the most challenging race? A lot of runners will say this one or the 400 because that one's just a dead sprint for a full lap, but certainly both of these are very challenging. And here's the results for the high jump you're seeing on the bottom of your screen, and definitely an upset, but if you're Miles Marshall, you're cool with Roadbeck coming out and getting the championship if it's going to be anybody. But Miles, the only person in the field to be able to clear 6 foot during the regular season coming into these championships, and he was so close, Evan, on his final couple of attempts and just could not get it.
Yeah, we got to go down there and see it up close, and it was, like you said, very, very close. But Centerburg, good for the points, getting the first 2.
We'll take a look at the boys' high jump results. Show you how it all shook out. There it is, 6 feet for Roadbeck. PR for him. Got to be fired up. Cardington Lincoln taking 3rd place. Well, really there's a 3-way tie here for 2nd with Marshall and then Colin Cayley as well of Loudonville. And pretty big discrepancy between those top 4. Then you see 5'4" for the other places.
Yeah, and if we're thinking of Mount Gilead being a front runner here in those running events, these other schools have to take advantage of the field events, of the throwing events, just like we saw there with Centerburg, getting a nice 18 points off of the first official event.
And speaking of the field events, we're going to send Evan down to keep an eye on the long jump pits, as we mentioned. Also, the disc, the shot put, I think is in the books now, at least shot put is. And also see what's going on with the pole vault, Evan. So he's going to have the microphone. He'll have a camera. We'll check in with Evan when he's got an update on what's going on down there, buddy. So looking forward to crowning some champions and talking to some kids that are real happy about their performances.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
All right, that is Evan Johnson. Be with us here throughout the duration of these KMAC championships. I'm Brian Skrotsky. I'll be on the call with you guys from start to finish, and it is going to be a long day out here. We have got 34 total events, all boiled down to the finals as far as the running events. And the girls 4x800 now is officially in the books when we get the official results coming in. we'll have those for you guys coming up live and free here on the OH Report. The boys 4x800 coming up next.
The following teams will compete in today's final. The boys 4x800 meter.
Mount Gilead, the favorite, as they have been in this event for the last several years.
Lane 5, Northmor, and lane 6, Loudonville, and lane 7,
Fredericktown will be in lane 2 today.
Set by Mount Gilead in 2025 with a time of 8:09.
Centerburg right on their heels. Cardington Lincoln checks in 4th qualifying. Northmor 5th, Loudonville 6th, and then East Knox in the 7th spot. Danville not represented in the boys 4x8. We saw last year meet record set by Mount Gilead. 8 minutes and 9 seconds. It's a fantastic pace, of course. Roughly 2 minutes, 2 seconds per runner. You factor in the baton handoffs. Now they're underway. See Mount Gilead on that inside lane. Looking to overtake Fredericktown. Good pace coming out of the gates here for Mount Gilead. Indians are the defending champions for the fellas, as they have been for the last several years. As mentioned, set a meet record. Obviously the champions in 2025 in this 4x800. And off to a nice start. Kind of a surprise team through the first 400 meters is East Knox, who checked in with the slowest qualifying time. And everybody right around a minute there for that first lap. Mount Gilead opening up a little bit of a lead. Looks like we may have some final results from the long jump pits as I peer over there now. No more runners heading off into the pit, so we'll check in with Evan and we'll find out, make sure that that is definitely the case, and try to catch some of these champions of the field events, get some interviews, get some insight. Waiting for official results on the long jump, but nobody's over in the pits. Mount Gilead out in front, as we suspected. East Knox maintaining in second. Now Northmor moving up the pack. Appears they've moved into that number 2 spot. Fredericktown now trailing in third. And the Bulldogs falling off in the middle of the pack, with Loudonville, Cardington, Lincoln, and Centerburg all bunched up. Great kick here by the Golden Knights, cutting down some of the deficit 3:15 mark. We do have the official results for the girls 4x800 meter relay. Go ahead and check those out real quick, and we'll come back for the next baton handoff. Officially, Northmor 10:08, beating the competition by 15 seconds. Mount Gilead coming in that 2 spot, a whole half minute ahead of Centerburg. East Knox, Fredericktown, Danville in the back of the pack. And now a gorgeous kick here down the stretch. Look at Northmor, big strides. They hand off basically even for the number 3 runner. 1,600 total meters still to go. And the hurdles being set up on the track, getting ready for the next event, which is the girls' 100-meter hurdles. Huge favorite in that event, of course, Kelsey Hackman, your defending KMAC champion. She's got about a second and a half on the field coming into today. It's a solid run here in the number 3 spot here for the Indians. I believe this is Carter Thomas of Northmor in second that just came through.
Possibly. I wish I could help you out. If this was any other sport, you probably wouldn't need that, but I could help you.
So right now we've got Ethan Turner, the number 3 spot right now for Mount Gilead. He's out in front, and this has been a great third leg for the Indians if this holds up and maintains with roughly 200 meters to go. He got the baton right around the same time as Carter Thomas, and with an early kick has been able to push his cushion open to roughly 20-ish meters. As he's down the backstretch, Northmor makes the turn as well. And Centerburg how about Carter netting for the Trojans, going hand in hand here simultaneously with the handoff alongside the Golden Knights. Cardington Lincoln, the Freddies, off and running. That's in 4th and 5th. You see Mount Gilead, they've got the lead. Neither of the 2nd and 3rd place runners appear in your picture, as it's now probably more like a 25-meter distance.
Athletes and coaches, this is your 3rd and final call. 3rd and final call for the boys and girls hurdles. 2nd call, boys and girls 100-meter dash. 1st call,
Owen Hirschner, a flat-out dog, coasting, pink shoes. Centerburg now in 2nd place. Mason Shaw, head-to-head sprint pretty much here for this last lap, along with Thomas Keene of Northmor. Followed by Cardington Lincoln, Fredericktown, East Knox, or Loudonville rather. Looks like Cardington Lincoln right now in the number 7 spot. Hirschner pulling away from the field. And this is going to be no contest, no doubt about it, down the stretch. Mount Gilead going to take the 4x800 championship. It's just a matter of what time they're going to end up with. Probably about 8:35 unofficially. Make it 8:36. Trojans of Centerburg coming in second. Northmor will finish third. In a big burst down the stretch, East Knox looking to take that 4th place spot. How about this burst down the stretch? The Dogs will finish strong. An East Knox squad that checked in dead last, 7th place in terms of qualifying. And we're talking 6th place was a full 7 seconds better than them. That's huge to end up coming away with the 4th place finish. Cordington Lincoln, who qualified 4th, comes in 7th place. So as expected so far, we're going chalk. The 4x800 for the boys. Mount Gilead ends up winning the event. The biggest surprise, perhaps, Fredericktown ended up falling back into the middle of the pack. A Freddie squad that highly anticipated to finish second. And then for the girls, we saw Northmor, Layla Castle leading them off to an early lead. Bella Smith closed out the show strong. They run away from Mount Gilead towards the end, who finishes in second. Got the shot put for the fellas, the big boys down there.
Heat number 1 of the girls 100-meter hurdles.
Tell you about some of the favorites coming into this KMAC championship for the boys shot put. I think everyone kind of had their eye on Blake Berkey out of Cardington Lincoln, but he's got plenty of competition. He's got a season best right around 51 feet. Griffin McClelland of Mount Gilead, not too far off. He's right around 49, the exact same distance from Thomas Detwiller of Northmor as well. And then Centerburg and Jackson Ballinger through about 47 feet. So you talk about second, third, and fourth qualifiers, all separated by maybe about a foot, foot and a half, and then Berkey not too far out ahead of them, just a few feet, and on any given night, you can be at your best. I saw just a really cool clip. It was a famous comedian actually said it to a group of people on that Kevin Hart show, The Funny AF. If any of you guys watched that, the live finale a few days ago, and I believe it was Chris Rock that said to the room, you know, what's your advice for him? And it's on any specific night, you can be better than you normally are. You can step up and you can be a better version of yourself. So why not you? Why not tonight? And I think that can be the case certainly on one throw in the shot put. We see it all the time. It's not always the favorite that comes out and shows out. You just got to be able to put your best foot forward, put it all together just for one throw. But we're now back over here for the girls' 100-meter hurdles. This will be the first heat. And it will be Alexandria Wythe of East Knox who will come out with the best time. In Section 2, all eyes will be on lane 4, Kelsey Hackman, the standout junior of the Blue Devils. She'll be split on each side by Nalia Sackman of Northmor. To her right, Kenley Trainer of Mount Gilead will be on her left. And those are the three that we're anticipating could come away with the championship, but certainly would be an upset if it wasn't Hackman, the defending champion, who's already got a gold medal in this event to her name. In lane 6 tonight, Kaylin Freelon of Loudonville. Lane 7, Ryan Brinkman, Northmor. Morgan Gabrick of Centerburg will be in the outside lane. And on the inside, in lane 1, Bailey Balt, Pilar Payne of Fredericktown in lane number 2. Here they are into the starting blocks. Hackman again in lane number 4. Second arm is up. And here they go. Great, excellent start. Wow, blistering out of the gates. Hackman off to a big lead. But here's a strong push coming from Northmor. Down the stretch, it will be Hackman, 2-time KMAC champion, holding off Nalia Sackman to her right. No doubt about that one. It was like a rocket boost fresh off of the start, and that is what makes Kelsey Hackman so dynamic, is she's just able to be ahead of you before the event basically even starts. So elite out of the blocks. She proved it yet again right there. And she is now a 2-time champion of the 100-meter hurdles for the ladies.
Section number 1 in lane 2, Kyle Hackman, Danville. In lane 3, Dylan Hammett, Loudonville.
The boys on deck now for the 110-meter hurdles.
In lane 5, Nathan.
So they'll have to spread these out just a little bit, raise them up.
And in lane 7, Carter Dudgeon.
Get ready for the boys. So we'll check back in over at the shot put.
Number 2 will feature the following athletes. In lane 1, Parker Proper, Danville. Lane 2, Josiah Hirschberger, Loudonville. Lane 3, Bristol Whitenail, Cardington Lincoln. In lane 4,
Looks like we just
in lane 5, Kason Wallace, Mount Gilead. Lane 6,
had a throw
Ryan of Fredericktown. Lane 7, Trevor
down there
Blackmore,
from
and lane 8, Skylar
Owen Gromberg of Danville.
Your meet record for
This
the
is
KMAC,
unleashed.
16.25, set in 2025 by Tay Davis.
See if we can catch an eye on exactly who it was who just sent that shot put down there.
All of you have to drive. Some of you only have a single drive, so you like can switch. Normally I do when I set this up.
Results of the girls 4x800 meter relay are as follows. In 6th place, Danville. In
Griffin
5th
McClellan.
place, Loudonville.
Pretty decent throw right there
4th
from
place,
Mount
Burlington
Gilead.
Lincoln. In 3rd place, Centerburg with a time of 10:55.85. In 2nd place, Mount Gilead 10:23.5. And your winners today with a time of 10 minutes 8.68 seconds. Castle, Landon, Lehman, and Smith of Northmor.
Boys 110, I think. Memory serves right.
I think that's going to be a scratch right there.
Yeah, boys 110 should be next, but we're still on re-edit.
Landon King, I think, with that last throw.
42 feet 9 inches.
Results are also in for the boys.
42 feet 9 inches. Actually, they did get a mark on that one.
In 6th place,
So now get
Fredericktown. 5th place, Loudonville.
Jackson Ballinger.
4th, East Knox. 3rd place, Northmor. And 2nd place, the time of
Great distance right there.
7.
Let's get an official mark for this on Jackson.
4x800 meter relay and KMAC champs with a time of 8:36.84.
I feel like that certainly puts him in the top couple.
McLean, Turner, and Hirschner, Mount Gilead.
No, I don't need that. What was the feet on that one we just saw?
Weren't able to make out exactly what the distance was. So we turn the page here now for Detweiler.
This is different. I mean, if you can check the feet, let me know what the distance is. It's like what, 2 of those feet.
Thomas gets really low on that exchange, throws in. That was not as far, obviously, as Jackson.
In 8th place, Sapp, East Knox. 7th place, Berkey, Cardington Lincoln. 6th place, Groenberg, Danville. In 5th place, Meyer, Mount Gilead. 4th place, Sherman of Cardington Lincoln. 3rd place, Detweiler, Northmor.
No, that's fine. I just didn't know. some
In
of you were
2nd
into, so I
place,
wasn't sure.
Shipman of Mount Gilead. And your winner today of the boys discus from Centerburg with a throw of 149.5, Jackson Ballinger.
And they just announced over the loudspeakers, Jackson Ballinger was able to win the boys discus today.
Only saying the distance if it's a new lead, so if it doesn't go further, I don't know. So if this goes further, probably not. We're not going to hear it.
Yeah, it looks like Ballinger is in front right now, too, in the shot put. So your champion in the KMAC already today. He solidified that in the discus, looking to be a two-time champion, and very cool. Anytime that you can bring home the gold in both throwing competitions, it's a lot of versatility. Obviously, the structure, the agility, it's not the same type of form anytime you throw either. Another pretty decent one right there. Come back over to the pole vaults. Keep an eye on how things are transpiring over here. It's the fellas right now, and looks pretty tall. That's about 4 SUVs up in the sky. And it's cleared. Levi Hunter of Northmor with just a gorgeous release up over the top. So we'll bring it now back to the track, and this officially the boys' 110-meter hurdles. There'll be 2 heats of this one, and right now looks like it's Aiden Ebersol just cooking everybody. He was just 0.1 second away from making what they call Section 2, or the second heat here tonight, and proved that he was certainly the best runner there in that first heat. So Aiden, unofficially somewhere around the 17.5-second mark. And we'll come back here. We'll show you the top competitors in the field today. This should be one heck of a race. Mount Gilead has 2 competitors that likely will end up on top of the podium at the end of the day. Tay Davis gets the number 4 lane here today. He is your front runner. He's ran a 15:28. That's the best in the field, but his teammate Kason Wallace right behind him, only a couple tenths of a second, could go back and forth. In lane number 3, Cardington Lincoln has Bristol Whitenell. He's about a full second off of the first place pace. Josiah Hirschberger of Loudonville will be in lane 2. Parker Proper on the full inside in the first lane from Danville, 17:35. Skylar Merklin in lane 8 from Centerburg, the slowest competitor in this main heat. So it's always cool anytime you get an opportunity to come out and kind of prove yourself. Like Trevor Black will have a chance to do from Northmor as well. He'll be right next to him in lane 7. And then Cooper Ryan of Fredericktown designated in lane number 6. Meet record set right here in this field. Tay Davis just a season ago with the 15.25, looking to go sub that here today. And he is out and running, folks. Look at him go. Trying to break his record from last season, but he's got some competition to his right. Not going to be enough, though. Back-to-back championships for Davis. Like a heat-seeking missile, and he just seems to glide. It's almost just like a big step for him up and over those hurdles. He gets the championship. Wallace in second place. Cooper Ryan of Fredericktown, unofficially, I think, finished in 3rd there, as we head back over to the boys' shot put. And a little bit of a pump fake right there, just trying to pull the defense off balance. See if he can catch his right here.
The following athletes will compete in today's girls 100-meter dash.
Pretty decent throw. Not going to be enough to overtake Jackson Ballinger, who we watched live and free just absolutely douse one deep in the dirt. He's your front runner right now and the discus champion so far for the boys.
Mr. Ververosa of Fredericktown. Lane 5, Breckenson, Danville. In lane 6,
Quick shout out, Jack Balt helped put this whole thing together. He is AD extraordinaire here at Mount Gilead, always a man on the mission. Just look at the way that he walks. That's a guy, he's going somewhere. He's got intentions wherever he is heading, likely to help set up for the next competition, the girls' 100-meter dash. So we're in the fast portion of the races right now. The sprinters, we've got the spotlight turned on them. There'll be 2 heats in the girls' 100 meters, along with the boys as well.
Set in an undisclosed date by Mount Gilead's own Jessica Brewer, 12.71.
Here are your official results. Fresh out of the skillet, 15.34, only 0.09 seconds off of his KMAC record pace. Cooper Ryan, wow. Looked like he was behind Cason Wallace from our vantage point up here in the booth, but 0.02 seconds ahead of Cason Wallace. So a mini upset right there for Fredericktown, landing in that number 2 spot, where it's been Cason and Tay going back and forth all season. Very cool for Cooper Ryan. The girls' 100-meter hurdles, Hackman running away with it. Nalia Sackman from Northmor, she made a nice effort right at the end. Only 0.16 seconds off of Kelsey Hackman's pace. Trainer ended up finishing in 3rd. Bailey Balt as well vaults her way up into the number 5 spot. So Mount Gilead with 2 placers in the top 5. Sandwich in between Kaylin Freelon of Loudonville. Those your top 8 in the girls' 100-meter hurdles. Going to head down back to the discus. Believe these are the ladies now throwing the disc, yeah? The fellas have already finished up their championships.
Oh, I know. We've been talking about it.
So for the girls, Ella Boughton, who is your shot put champion.
I think there is, because I've got 2.
That's the young lady that everyone is kind of gunning for. She is a very skilled discus thrower. The competition, very similar to what it would be in the shot put. Brooklyn Carter would be the number 2 gal over there from Danville. And then Mount Gilead's got 2 pretty good throwers, and Abby Leonhard and then Cassidy Irwin. So we'll check back over with Evan over at the girls' discus. Next opportunity that we get. But this will be heat number 1 of the 100-meter dash for the girls. It's a pretty healthy race up at the front of the pack between Christy Messerazova and Stella Brescheisen. 2 pretty awesome last names. Look like they finished 1-2 from the Freddies and the Blue Devils.
It really does look like everybody's from one school except for one purple.
But the fast heat is proven to be that. All these young ladies, I mean, they're basically a full second ahead of everyone that you just saw run, at least. Brooke Bauer, she'll be in the number 4 spot today, looking to dethrone the defending champion, who will be directly to her right from Danville, Kelsey Hackman, who went 4 for 4 as a sophomore. Already talked about that. The quadruple champ. She's got 1 gold medal already today. Last year, she ran a 12.95 to take home the title. She's got a better PR this season. And her PR right around what the meet record is. Brooke Bauer certainly can break the record, which is 12.71 held by Jessica Brewer.
Yeah, I'm got one. Jory. Just looking over your shot for the moment.
So Bauer, Hackman in lane 3. East Knox has Ellie Clark. Lane 6, Haley Walker of Northmor. Mount Gilead's got Maylee Whipple in lane 7. Lena Brettscheisen of Loudonville is in lane 8. And then on the inside of the track, Chloe Tucker, lane 1. Kaylin Freelon in lane 2. Dead sprint. Hackman, neck and neck right now. Looks like Brooke Bauer's got a mini lead, and there goes Hackman. Kelsey Hackman out in front. Photo finish. But it looks like the Danville Junior is now 2-4-2 tonight, looking to repeat with the quadruple championship. The lean at the end. Oh, I can't tell from my vantage point. Her and Bauer, too close to call. That's one of those, if you're out at the horse track, where they call it the photo finish because they need a still shot and they have to break it down, run a ruler across that picture and see exactly who it was who crossed first.
In fifth place,
Not sure.
Gilead. Fourth, Freeland, Loudonville. And third, Training.
Heck of a finish in the girls' 100-meter dash, and that's what makes it one of the most fun events at any track and field meet, just because it's so fast, so aggressive, and usually there's a bundle at the end that you'll have to kind of unbound and, like I said, just get that special photo right at the finish line to see who finished in first. Back over at the girls' discus throw.
Results of the boys' 110-meter hurdles are as follows. In eighth place, Black, Northmor.
I think that's Grayson Toombs.
Fredericktown. In sixth place, Proper of Danville. Fifth place, Merklin, Centerburg. Fourth place,
Waiting her opportunity to throw.
In third, Wallace, Mount Gilead. In second place, Rhine, Fredericktown. And your winner from Mount
Grace.
Gilead in time of 15.34, Tay Davis.
I don't know. All right, Jory, coming to you.
Grayson's best on the season, about 105 feet. So we make way now for the boys. They'll also do the 100-meter sprint. The favorite in this first heat, Eli Indiciani. And it looks like he'll stay true to form. The Centerburg Trojan first across the tape. That was a super balanced heat right there. Connor Stockdale right in the mix. Elias Bolkowski all coming up right behind the winner of that first heat.
The boys 100 meters will feature the following athletes. In lane 1, Geesh of Northmor. 2, Estep, Fredericktown. In lane
103.5 on that throw there from Toombs.
In lane 5,
Likely not going to put her in the top 3 or 4.
Mickley, Danville, and in lane 8, Sipes of Fredericktown.
Now we've got Skylar Parker. Skylar showcasing some nice form. See if Evan can get an official throw on that.
And final call for the boys and girls 4x200 meter relay. Third and final call. Second call, boys and girls 1600 meter. First call, boys and girls 4x100 meter relay.
103.10.
103.10. So right around the same throw that we just saw from Grayson Toombs.
What do we got going on in our injury?
We'll bring it back here to the boys' 100 meters as they are getting ready to get down at the starting line.
This is boys 100.
Kaysen Fawcett of East Knox, he's the favorite here. Miles Marshall, he'll be to his left. Tyler Miller to his right of Mount Gilead. All of them kind of bundled up around similar times. Logan Clark will be in lane 6. He's a Bulldog. Mickley Aiden from Danville in lane 7. Blake Sipes of Fredericktown in lane 8. And then on the inside, we've got Garrett Desch, Tanner Easteb of Northmor in Fredericktown. Miles Marshall was out to the lead, but look at the kick here from Fawcett. Kaysen taking off down the stretch, and he will break the tape first. The dogs coming out here barking at the end, and he takes the championship in the KMAC. Have to check in on the official time. The meet record, Brock Veely with an 11:06. That felt really close. You see the timer there out of the corner of your eye. I think he might have broke it. Could have just witnessed some history live and free here from the reservation.
In 8th place, Tucker, East Knox. 7th,
So we head back to
Walker,
discus.
Northmor.
Looks like one of
6th
those
place, Whipple, Mount Gilead. 5th
Danville
place,
throwers.
Preston, Loudonville.
Sadie Presley.
4th place, Clark, East Knox. And 3rd, Freeland, Loudonville. And 2nd
Going out
place,
to collect her
Howard,
disc.
Northmor. And your winner today from Danville with a time of 12.96, Kelsey Hackman.
And I can confirm Kelsey Hackman did indeed repeat as champion in the girls' 100-meter dash. Crazy finish. Do we have the official results for the girls' 100? If we do, let's pull them up and see just how close it was. That was razor thin. Her and Brooke Bauer. As we're back over looking at the pole vault, and it's another well-executed dismount.
Lane 2, Loudonville. And lane 3, Danville. Lane 4, East Knox.
How sensational
Lane 5, Fredericktown.
has that young man been?
Northmor.
Levi Hunter of Northmore looking to set a new standard.
And an 8th, not placed, but lane. Centerburg.
So we'll pull up the official results.
KMAC record,
Look at Hackman. Come on. It does not get any closer than that. I wasn't sure who won at the end, and that's why you see it. 12.96 to 12.98. If you're Bauer, you're very happy with your run. You're just disappointed that you don't get a chance to bring home a blue ribbon. Checking in with the best time in qualifying. And off of her pace, definitely off of her best. Not a meet record time. So Jessica Brewer remains in the books. Another live look down at the boys' shot put. Owen Gromberg lining up for his latest toss. Starts slowly creeping that left foot up, turns, and sauces one. Waiting to hear if we can get an official count here on the distance. Big cheers on that latest that you just saw. Let's see who that was over at the boys' pole vault. I believe Kaysen Wallace. Keeping pace now with Hunter. Don't believe anybody else is in the competition right now, just those two gentlemen. And a quick shout out to the Northmor Athletic Boosters sponsoring today's event. Lisa Miracle, all the fine folks over in the Golden Knights camp. They do, I would argue, the best job of any booster club that we work with of making sure that all the sports get their fair share of airtime. So we're constantly working on putting together track competitions, cross country, all the sports. They need to get their fair share. Wrestling over at Northmor, we always have that as well. So definitely a tip of the cap to the Northmor Athletic Booster Club. Check them out on Facebook. Always trying to raise money and help support Golden Knight athletes. Moving on in the competition, we're ready for the girls' 4x200 meter relay. We saw a meet record set just last year. The time to beat today, 148.7. Nobody likely is going to touch Danville in this race. They are a big favorite to walk away with the championship in this one. Stella Brescheisen, Bella McGrady, Kenzie Stotts, Haley Colopy, your 4 competitors for the Lady Blue Devils. They'll start things off in lane number 3. Their next top competitor, there are several actually, East Knox, Fredericktown, Loudonville, and Northmor, all very similar times, separated by just 2 seconds, those 4 qualifiers. Here's the first handoff, and that's one of the more crucial parts of this competition. It was a great burst initially there by Ellie Clark of East Knox, and she is maintaining. Look at her go. Boy, they've got a big lead. And actually, I'm sorry, I had my times all messed up. It is definitely East Knox who's got the top time in the field, and it makes sense. It checks from what we've seen so far. Ava Fawcett came out, and then Ellie Clark extended the lead. Nice execution on the handoff. And it's Macy Fawcett. She is cruising. This is the back of the pack that you're looking at, as we've got the final handoff in East Knox well out in front. Turning the corner and heading home, Isabel Bostic. Bostic coming down the stretch. Yeah, our camera's on second place. We got to get way up there to catch East Knox. There they are. And it's going to be a time of 1:45. That is going to be a new KMAC meet record. Look at that purple hair. And look at the first place Bulldogs just sizzling by everybody. Got a little distracted there by the purple hair. Didn't see exactly who finished in second. Loudonville, Fredericktown, they were both right behind. But the Bulldogs, the gold standard. Fawcett, Clark, and Bostic, your 4x200 meter champions. As we head back over to the boys' shot put. Gromberg, I think, standing on deck.
This is your third and final call for the boys and girls 1600 meter run. Third and final call. Second call, boys and girls 4x100 meter relay.
You can keep an eye on the ticker at the bottom of your screen as well for the official results. There is Tay Davis of Mount Gilead, just barely closing out a first place finish in the boys 110 over Cooper Ryan. Kason Wallace third. 41 feet on that last throw that you just saw live and free here exclusively on the OH Report. The future of local sports and kind of the official video partner of the KMAC. We have worked with every single school for video coverage at one point or another. And happy to be over here on the reservation today. The house that Jack Balt built, this beautiful, I believe they have Bermuda grass here, is that correct?
So weird with no lines, though. Never seen a
It does look kind of strange without the football spray paint on it, but I tell you, it is luscious, it is gorgeous. They are very happy about how it's turned out, and I think if you ask any football player your preference, do you want to run on turf or natural grass, they are all going to pick natural grass, and that's why they did as well out here in Mount Gilead. The boys 4x200 meter relay. Mount Gilead and Northmor, the top two teams to keep an eye on, but certainly Fredericktown and Centerburg figure to be factors when it's all said and done. Tay Davis starts things off here for Mount Gilead. Levi Hunter of Northmor up front. Blaine Ball for Centerburg. Getting ready for these first round of handoffs. Pretty solid execution all the way around. We'll see who burns down the backstretch out in front. It's going to be Northmor, not by much though. Connor Stockdale, his lead evaporating. Matthew Horton trying to overtake him. They are neck and neck, followed by Griffin Carver. Trojans falling off a little bit here. Eli Indiciani did not have a great second leg that time for Centerburg. Northmor starting to take command right now with Ethan Amons executing a nice lead right now over Liam Stallknocker. And here it is, the Golden Knights looking to claim the KMAC championship. Garrett Deesh looking to dish out a gold medal. The only one that can catch him right now, Tyler Miller. It's going to come down to those two. Northmor looking for the title, the gold in sight. A great kick down the stretch for Mount Gilead, but barely not enough. Northmor gets it done. Garrett across the finish line, and they will get the championship of this year's 4x200. A mini upset in the seedings. Northmor checked in the number 2 spot. Mount Gilead a shade ahead of them. Almost a full second of qualifying time better. Great finish. We've got the girls' mile coming up next.
The following athletes will compete in today's final of the girls' 1,600 meter run.
16 different competitors. Make it 15. Looks like we've got a scratch from Loudonville today. Will run for the KMAC championship.
Miller, Danville. Hirschner Gwynn, Mount Gilead.
Mackenzie White
Gardner,
of Cardington, Lincoln.
Tucker, Centerburg.
Kate Lehman of Northmor.
Ashman of Danville.
Gwen Lavin of Fredericktown. Peyton Tucker
East Knox.
of Centerburg. Adriana Hirschner out of Mount Gilead.
Brinkman, Northmor,
And
Angelo of Loudonville.
the last name is so long, they can't even fit the first name. Swartz and Truber of Fredericktown. Those are your competitors who have gone sub 6 minutes so far on the season. Those are the top threats here today to take home the 1,600 meters, basically AKA the mile gold medal. The best ever run in this race. You got to go back 5 years ago. Remember Allison Johnson running that 5:15? That's a pretty nice pace. Look at that gorgeous sweater right there. That's got to be a custom joint. Can't just pick that up on eBay. That's got to be a special Etsy brand right there. East Knox fans always showing out, and typically when they show up, they've got a full air horn, one that they still off the top of those semis. Not today, haven't heard it yet. They'd have an opportunity potentially to air that thing out at the end of this one. Well, probably not. The two runners that they have in this event, over 7 minutes, 20 seconds for their best times. If you're enjoying the KMAC championships, maybe you'll want to dip your toe in some of our baseball and softball coverage. We have a lot going on live and free today. Pull up our full calendar. And I'm actually curious myself. I'm going to see if we have a final on the Mohawk versus Upper Sandusky softball game. Mohawk took it to the Lady Rams last night, and making it for an outright Northern 10 championship battle today. Don't get that a ton on the very final day of the season.
In fourth place, Mount Gilead. In third, Fredericktown. Second, Northmor. And your winner today
Looks
from
like
East Knox
they are
with a
still
KMAC
live
record of
at Upper
146.42,
Sandusky, and
Fawcett, Clark, Fawcett,
maybe
Fawcett.
Mohawk has just pulled out a 3-1 victory. They have indeed. So the Mohawk Lady Warriors were down a game in the Northern 10 standings. They win last night. They win tonight. They knock off a team that was in first place all by themselves. Congratulations to the Lady Warriors on that epic feat. Back here to the girls' mile run. Let's see who we have out in front here. Might be Gwen Lavin of Fredericktown. And Kate Lehman right behind her from Northmor. Kind of a surprise score as well on our family of games today and streams on our YouTube channel 4. Smithville upsets Wayndale 3-0. The Golden Bears ranked #1 in the state. All they've done is win 3 out of the last 4 state championships. And another stunner, the Monroeville Lady Eagles knock off Mapleton, who I believe was undefeated in Firelands Conference play going into today. So some shakeups all the way around. You don't want to call them underdogs necessarily, but not the favorites today, winning on the baseball and softball diamonds. Hasn't necessarily been the case so far here at the KMAC Track and Field Championships. We've seen a lot of the top contenders show out, bring home the gold.
Results are in for the boys' long jump final. In 8th place, Costa, Centerburg.
See if that's going to be the case here in this run.
6th place, Bolkowski, Mount Gilead.
Lehman's going to make a
In 5th
move.
place, Morrow, Fredericktown. 4th place, Carr, Loudonville. In 3rd place, Clark, East Knox. 2nd place, Stockdale, Northmor.
This is the 3rd of 4
And your winner
scheduled
today
laps
from
for the
Centerburg,
1600 meters.
6 inches, Blaine Ball.
And we're done here. I got results for the boys 4x2. After this is.
Once we get to the end of this race, we'll show you the official results for the boys 4x200. So right now we've got Mackenzie White, Kate Lehman in a 2-lady race up at the front of the pack. And they've probably got a full 20 meters in between that battle going on at the front. And then the bunched up 3 girls that are running right near the middle right now, which looks like Hirschner of Mount Gilead, Peyton Tucker,
Your winner today with a time of 1:32.
Gwen Lavin.
Davis, Horton, Stolniker, and Miller, Mount Gilead.
final 200 meters.
No, we were laughing the other day as what the weather looks like. Nobody wants these games.
Lehman still in front. Kate looking to bring the crown back to the castle. Starting to lap some competitors. See what White still has left in the tank. Here comes Mackenzie White. She is going to overtake Lehman and more. Mackenzie White throws it into a new gear down the backstretch, and she is going to take the championship with an official time of 5 minutes, 31 seconds. That'll be a PR for her on the season. And it was all about that last 100 meters. Lehman just wasn't able to hit the clutch, throw it into a new gear down the stretch. And that's something that's really hard to teach. Either you've got it, or you can just burn what's left in the barrel and just kind of take it up a new notch at the end, or you're just not necessarily born with it. It's kind of an intrinsic value. It's the rest of the pack looking to finish up. And while they do that, we will look at the boys 4x200 official results. Boy, look at that nail biter.
That's even closer than the last one.
Wow.
2/10. This is 1/10.
So Mount Gilead, by literally the hair on their chinny chin chin, get across just ahead of Northmor. My gosh, you cannot be any closer than what those two were right there. Fredericktown finishing behind in third, and then Loudonville, Centerburg, Cardington, Lincoln in the top 6. The boys 1,600 meters due up next as we see young Ella Boughton, I believe that's her with the sweet ponytail, making her way back.
I've got jump results too. Long jump.
And this, I think, is Brooklyn Miller.
Okay. You ready? We're going to go to the pole vault now because we actually can see.
Head over to the pole vault now. This has been a pretty awesome competition between the final two competitors. This is Kason Wallace of Mount Gilead. Don't exactly know what height he's at the moment.
I'm going to try. I was hoping to
But
and coaches, this is your third
he and
final call
Levi
for the
Hunter,
4x100 meter relay.
the
Third
last
final
two in
call,
the field.
Boys and girls 4x1. Second call, boys and girls 400 meter dash. The following athletes will compete.
Got
in
it.
the 1,600 meter run for the boys.
So smooth on the dismount.
Netting, Centerburg,
Proper
Hartford,
release.
Mount Gilead,
Evan Johnson, who started the program with me tonight on the headset, and I were discussing just how much of a...
Snyder, Fredericktown.
You can't just be a good athlete and think you're going to go into the pole vault and just figure it out. It's one of those that takes years of truly perfecting the full movement, the motion, the awareness, body control when you're up in the air, and the release. So there's so much to it. I've only had about 90 minutes worth of training in my life, but I started as 0% chance of getting over, and I maybe finished at 1%. It's just not that type of sport. But for these guys, these are next level. You see Levi, he's fully expecting to break the meet record today. I was overhearing some conversations. He thinks he can do 15 feet plus. Brandon Hogg with the meet record right now, it's 14.8. Well, it looks like Cooper Sage might still be in the mix too, huh? Every time I looked over, it was just Hunter and Wallace. So maybe Sage and Weston Bostic as well was standing by. He still has his stick. So please disregard what I was saying about it being a two-man race. That was just, I'm trying to keep an eye on everything. And every time I looked over, it was just Hunter and Wallace. But we do have Cooper Sage of Loudonville. And it looked like to me that East Knox, Weston Bostic also is about to jump in.
And third, Schultz, Loudonville. Your runner-up today, Quick of Centerburg. And your winner today from Danville with a jump of 16 feet 1 inches, Kelsey Hackman.
Take our movement out here to one kid running something. So this is a 110 hurdle. Young man from Centerburg. Didn't hear an official announcement as to exactly why. Now the boys will head out onto the track for the 1600. Do have to clear all of the hurdles, of course, off of the running surface. So we'll flip back over to the girls' discus.
Just a few left.
That's Toombs. We saw her throw like 103 feet earlier. This is Ella Boughton, though. This is the main event. We'll keep it here for her. Never mind. She's going to step out. Oh, she's back. Okay. So this is, you know, when they say, like, this is that dude, this is that chick for this event. She's phenomenal. Looking to get an official number on this. 127.5 for Boughton. We presume that is the best throw so far up to this point. Nobody in the field has a PR close to that, with the exception of Brooklyn Carter, who's done a 120. I want to give a quick shout out to the guy watching live and free during a bathroom break right here at Mount Gilead. I've got a source out there that's made one too many trips over to the concession stand, or can you really ever do that? Make too many. He also found a bake sale, so sometimes you got to take care of business after that, but he said he was able to hear a gentleman in the stall next to him watching live on YouTube. If you're still in there, what's up, bro? Glad that we can make it so that you don't miss a second of the action. Let's talk about the top competitors here in this race. Stunning how many kids are under 5 minutes these days. A lot of boys are able to produce those type of times. It looks like Dylan Compton right now. He's in the driver's seat pole position from Cardington Lincoln. Right behind him, Henry Bartlett. Other top contenders in the race today, because this definitely, it's not a marathon per se, but this isn't one where you just kind of assume somebody's going to win if they've got the lead after 400 meters or 800 meters. You can kind of hang back third and fourth place and then make a dead sprint. Not unlike what we just saw from Mackenzie White of Cardington Lincoln, who was kind of like a shark just waiting for the opportunity, and then boom, blitzed in there at the end over the last 100 meters. Just absolutely killed it. So the top two off and running. They are followed by, I think, Lucas Holland. Jack Dean of Northmor. Those are your top four right now. Compton right now, neck and neck with Bartlett. Fifth place, Mason Shaw of Centerburg. And those appear, the five that I've named, really the only ones that have a legit chance, but that's starting to change. It's starting to appear like a two-person race up at the front. Bartlett, as mentioned, he now moves into the first place slot. And he'll keep Compton behind him. Hank Bartlett, 3:25 as he makes the turn for the final 400. He and Compton neck and neck, and there goes Dylan out to the front of the pack. We'll see if he can stay in that spot. Really starting to stretch it out between the top two and the next two.
Yeah, the same day. So he just came, I thought this was a 1600. This is, he just handed it off. It doesn't matter. I don't have to know what's going on. I just,
Compton gets places traded now. Bartlett out in front. Neck and neck. This is as close as it can possibly be for a final lap. Of course, they're allowed to be in the same lane, overlap, try to make some moves. It's very much like NASCAR here down the stretch. And this is where you find out about your gut, your perseverance. Compton pushing, stretching it out well ahead now. He will run away from Bartlett, and he will take the KMAC crown. About 10 seconds off of Will Baker's record pace from a season ago. And that's saying something because Will Baker, the best to ever do it in the history of the KMAC, took 4th at state competition in this event just last year. So a very impressive run by Dylan Compton, finding just enough energy to burn it for the first place finish. Bartlett in second. And look at all these runners coming in at 5:05 or better. Just absolutely blown away by how fast these distance kids are these days. I think a perfect way to kind of summarize it, back in my day, which was about 20-ish years ago, if you could go sub-5, you were absolutely insane. Actually, kids weren't doing it. Anything that was in the low 5s was super impressive. Now these guys, they're going 20 and 30 seconds, even lower than that. Checking back in over at the pole vault.
but yeah, you can come on up here. We're going to bring Evan back in for maybe 5 minutes to hang out with you.
It's going to be a failed attempt from Cooper Sage. Evan Johnson, who was down at the throwing pits, is on his way back up into the booth. We'll hear from Evan, get his perspective on what he's seen so far. Track and field here on the OH Report. It's very much like Ohio weather these days. Give us a minute. We got something new for you. Running, jumping, throwing, all the action. It's all right here in one place. The exclusive and only video from the KMAC 2025 and 2026 championships. Pleased to be here. I am Brian Skoronsky. As mentioned, Evan making his way back up into the box right now, as we are getting ready to get into the girls 4x100 meter relay. My personal favorite race because it is helter-skelter, one lap, but you got to be really crispy with 3 different handoffs. That can make or break you. In lane number 4, the favorites, East Knox. We saw them in the 4x2. Chloe Tucker, Ellie Clark, Macy Fawcett, Ava Fawcett will close down the show for the Lady Dogs. Can Northmor give them a run for their money with Castle, Walker, Baker, and Sackman? Loudonville would be the 3rd contender in my eyes. Frankfurt, Skok, Breckeson, and Freelawn. Those are your teams in lanes 4, 5, and 6. Centerburg will be in lane 3. In lane 2, Fredericktown. Cardington Lincoln, lane 1. And then on the outside, Danville in 7. Mount Gilead in lane number 8. East Knox right now Looking to come from the middle of the pack. It's Mount Gilead with a mini lead, but that's evaporating. Here come the dogs on the inside. East Knox out in front. One more baton handoff, and then it's all about the final 100 meters. It's not going to be a competition. East Knox, Ava Fawcett, turning it on high pressure. She is gone. Bulldogs take the crown. Second place, Fredericktown. A surprise at a lane 6. Here's the finish yet again for East Knox. Fredericktown in second. Northmor finishing up in third. Loudonville, I'm sorry, was the young lady who was in lane 6. It's Kaylin Freelon. So Loudonville second, Northmor in third place. Everybody chasing the dogs. Boys 4x100 meter on deck. Getting some organized chaos together here. And looking at Centerburg as the team to beat. Northmor, Mount Gilead, the top contenders. They're in lanes 3 and 5. Danville, Cornington, Lincoln will be in lanes 1 and 2. And on the outside, Fredericktown and Loudonville. Boys getting ready here into the starting blocks. And while they get ready and adjusted, we do have Evan Johnson back up in the booth watching the throwers down there. Quick impressions. Who did stand out and impressed you, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, got to see a lot of throwers down there. Got to see the boys' shot put and the girls' discus. For the boys' shot put, it was Northmore's Thomas Detwiller really came out. He had a huge throw off of his first one in the finals. I believe it was Blake Berkey who was the front runner. He had the highest PR coming into this for Cardington. But as the reps started to go, you could see he started to lose steam, lose a couple feet every throw. Northmor was able to take the lead. Blake Berkey, I believe, yeah, he did have the biggest throw, which ended up winning it, but that was right on early. 48 feet and 8 inches. And then for girls discus is Boughton from Fredericktown.
Yeah,
I mean, it was almost every throw was about 20 to 25 feet more than second place.
We'll show you the final results for both of those throwing events, but first, let's burn it down for about 45 seconds here. The boys, 4x100. They are in the blocks. They are ready to go, but a false start.
15 yards.
The yellow hanky out on the field. They'll back him up, Evan. That's just a 10-yard penalty, though, I think. They actually should do that in track. If you false start, just back them up 5.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Try it again.
Throw the flag.
So they're offering another chance. Something happened that threw off the initial start. Again, Centerburg in lane number 4. That's the team to keep an eye on. And out of the gates, they'll begin in the hands of Miles Marshall. Marshall trying to get out in front with his first handoff. It's a beauty. Into Ciani. Everyone chasing Cardington Lincoln right now. Fredericktown rather up in lane 6, but Northmor closing the distance. They'll hand it off with the lead. Here's Northmor down the final 100. Fredericktown in second. Centerburg really needs to push it. It's Northmor right now, but here comes the Freddies down the stretch. Maybe the Trojans can overtake them, Boy, what a sprint down to the wire. So close. Looked like Hayden Love of Centerburg might have been able to make up enough time to take the championship. We'll have to show it to you in slow motion. Northmor had it in first. You see Fredericktown and Tanner Estep. He's right there, but blazing speed. Both guys ducked their head at the exact same time, Evan. We've had 2 races already decided by 0.01 seconds and 0.02 seconds. It's just been that kind of day.
That is ridiculous. I don't understand how that is the definition of photo finish right there. You're gonna have to really slow that one, get the freeze frame of it. I mean, that three guys right there.
So again, we'll have to await the official results. It definitely appears that it's between Centerburg and Northmor. Fredericktown in 3rd place. Pole vault still going on. We've got at least 2 competitors still in it. Let's show you those final results for the boys shot put. You were detailing who stood out to you. Talked about the first place finish. Great event and pretty close up at the top. When we were watching from our vantage point, felt like there were at least 3 competitors right in the mix, and there you have it right there.
Yeah, it got really close there. Jackson Bollinger, towards the end, he's the one that actually started to get better throughout it. I mean, it's understandably that your feet might go down after throws. I mean, you're throwing a giant heavy ball. Your arm's gonna get maybe a little bit tired, but he was able to had good stamina, keep up, get the 2nd place. Blake Berkey, like I said, he has a PR of about, I believe, 50 feet, so he was just under it, but still able to get the win.
So the official championship marks just 2.5 inches ahead of Bollinger, and I believe we saw him with that 48 6.5 live and free for you guys. One heck of a throw, but just not enough as Berkey ends up taking home the crown. The next race underway now for the girls, and this will be the first heat of the girls' 400 meters. We'll check back in over at the pole vault here momentarily. So we got them picture in picture for you guys. There's Wallace. Big roar from this pro Mount Gilead crowd as he just gets up and over. Ooh.
Wow, close, just gets over it.
This first heat for the girls' 400 meters. Looks like it's going to be Reagan Malone running alone now up at the front of the pack. Michaela Williams will take 2nd in this heat. Really strong push from Hayden Scales trying to take 3rd, but instead it'll be Gwennon Ellis. And again, this is just the first heat. The top contenders still to come. And Isabel Bostic, she is the main attraction in this run. She'll get the 4th lane. Brooke Bauer of Northmor, the top competitor. They'll be in lanes 4 and 5. After that, not a significant drop-off, but nobody within about 3 seconds of either of their best times of the season. Bailey Crone will be in lane 3 from Cardington Lincoln. Chloe Tucker from East Knox in 6. Layla Castle in lane 2. Centerburg has Autumn Davis in the 1st lane, and we'll see Haley Thompson, Miley Whipple of Mount Gilead and Fredericktown in lanes 7 and 8.
7th place, Shaw, Centerburg. 6th place, Wennell.
This is an incredibly taxing run on your body. Talked a little bit about early on in the broadcast how I just kind of took a boat from the middle distance kids. This was Ontario track. What's more challenging, the 400 and 800? Everyone kind of universally agrees. It doesn't matter, they both suck. But this one does feel like you're trying to go as fast and hard as you can for that full minute. And when you're done, sometimes a little bit of cookies are lost or a tumble down to the asphalt is necessary.
I mean, that's when you know you gave it all you got. When you get over the finish line, you can just collapse and finally relax for a second. And for a lot of these runners, like, they're not just doing just the 400 meters. They're doing several running events throughout the day, especially for the field, doing several throwing. So there's a lot of stamina that comes into this, staying fresh throughout the day, especially when you have to maybe sit for 30 minutes, wait for your next event.
No time wasted here out of the starting blocks. A couple of your favorites off to some nice starts. Bauer, Bostic making their way up to the front of the pack. We do have a Bostic watching, dropping comments for us over on the YouTube or on Facebook, rather. See if they can cheer on a family member to a championship. But right now, it is Northmor out to the lead. Brooke Bauer starting to get some pressure here from Isabel. See what kind of juice Bostic has in the tank. She's about 2 strides behind right now. Bauer looking to close out the show, lowering the curtain. And she will sprint to a KMAC championship with a PR on the season, under 59 seconds, edging out Isabel Bostic. The top 2 contenders show out, finishing 1 and 2 here in this race.
What a finish by Bauer. Bostic just right behind her, just a couple steps, not able to get into that second gear, get past Bauer.
Quick check and kind of checking out on that attempt right there over at the boys' pole vaults. I think it was Weston Bostic that we just saw just kind of bail on that attempt over at the vaults. He's still in the competition. Kason Wallace we saw clear the most recent height. And I believe Levi Hunter of Northmor still very much in the hunt for the KMAC championship. Time for the fellas to take center stage here in this boys 400 meters. Just like we saw from the ladies, there will be 2 separate heats. The favorite in this first heat, Griffin Garver, Brian Snyder from Fredericktown and Northmor, respectively. Each of them with times under 55 seconds so far on their season. This thing boiling down to the last 10 races here, Evan, and will be a race for the overall championship for both the boys and girls. As we talked about pregame, Mount Gilead, a big target on their back, multiple-time defending champions, typically great team, a lot of depth. And then for the girls, Northmor, the team to beat. And big for them just to come away with that first place finish and a mini upset, knocking off Bostic in that girls 400-meter run.
Yeah, anytime when Northmore's not the favorite and they're still able to find a way to win is huge for them. Getting these early points, like you mentioned, only 10 races left. We had tons of events coming into this, and it feels like they're flying by right now. So as you start to get to the end here, every race, every event just becomes that much more important as the team races start to get tighter.
In lane number 2, no blocks necessary for Brayson Youngin, competitor out of Loudonville. This is the first of 2 scheduled heats. We do have a pole vaulter lining it up. I believe it's Weston Bostic of East Knox. So when he looks to make his stride, we'll get back over there. Lift off and into the bar right there. So 1 more attempt, I believe, still remaining. As we get this first heat down the stretch, Brian Snyder getting pushed by Griffin Garver. And Snyder with the best time.
Like we expected, those top two guys had the best PRs coming into this race there at the top.
Now for the main attraction and the fast heat, if you will. Kaysen Fawcett of East Knox, the expected champion coming into this race. But like we just saw in the girls' race, the number 2 seed, Ethan Amons of Northmor, he can certainly apply a lot of heat, as can Tyler Miller of Mount Gilead. And for the boys, for the Indians, they have 2 competitors that have made it into this fast heat. Matthew Horton will be in lane number 8, Miller in lane 6. So they've got a great chance here to get 2 placers up there in that top 5 area, earn some team points. Centerburg also with 2 speedsters. Jaden Joyner from Centerburg in lane 3. Hayden Love joins him just to his left in lane 2. And then Stott Morrow of Fredericktown will be in lane number 1.
Second place, Centerburg, 61, and your current leaders right now with 64 points, the boys from Mount Gilead.
So Mount Gilead right now does have a 6-point lead over Centerburg, who's in second place right now for the boys overall team championship. So this one big with each of those squads, as mentioned, with 2 competitors here in the top 8 for this heat.
Yeah, you can do some damage with 2 runners, especially when you're expecting these guys to be towards the top, even if they don't get first. Still getting a good chunk of points.
Live look over at the pole vault. Check back in at the start here for this 400-meter sprint. Outside lane still in front. Now it looks like Jaden Joyner getting out ahead of the pack right now. Fawcett in lane 4, he's in second place. It's Joyner out in front. Jaden looking to take the gold, but look at this kick. Here goes Kaysen down the stretch. He'll overtake him. Kaysen out to the front of the pack. And this Bulldog is gone for the championship. Second place ends up for Jaden Joyner. Ethan Amons checks in at third for Northmor.
What a run by Joyner. He came out of the gate swinging, had the early lead, but that's why Fawcett is one of the top guys. You could tell he saved his best until that final stretch and just blew by Joyner.
And I love his running style. He definitely took Mom's advice when she said, sit up in your chair. You see that posture,
Yeah.
very straight up and down running, and it worked out for him, certainly, to get that lung capacity perhaps down the stretch, Evan.
Yeah, he definitely found a second gear, and you could tell he's been in that spot before. Even though he was in second there, he didn't panic. He waited until he knew that he wanted to speed it up.
There have been great runners, even Olympians, over the years that's what they do. They're hawkers. I've heard that term before, where they're kind of more comfortable in second place, third place, and then once they know they really have to deliver, that's when all of a sudden the breeze just flies into their back, and it's kind of under their wings, and they're able to just take off like we saw there in that latest race in the championship. Goes to the Bulldogs. The girls' 300-meter hurdles will be set up next. 2 heats coming. They're announcing the results now here of the girls' 400. We saw Brooke Bauer of Northmor. Excellent finale for her. Isabel Bostic unable to catch her down the stretch. About a full 0.7 seconds out ahead. Whipple, your third place finisher, not too far behind. You see Tucker and Thompson fought it out for that 4th spot, followed by Crone And then Castle Autumn Davis making the podium from Centerburg. Boys also 400-meter results are in. How about that finish from Fawcett? Joyner had the lead going into the last 75 yards. And then Ethan Amons coming through in third, was able to hold off Mickley Snyder. Look at that jumble there between 4th and 7th place, not separated by much.
Not at all.
All the way to 8th as well. You include Hayden Love, who's got to be a bit disappointed with the way that he finished. Love with a 52.2 heading into the day. Thought he might be able to be up near the front of the pack along with his teammate Joyner, who runs a similar time.
5th place, Snyder, Northmor. In 4th place, Mickley, Danville.
300-meter hurdles will feature 2 heats. The clear favorite coming into this one, the defending champion, Kelsey Hackman. 2 for 2 so far. She's defended a pair of her crowns. This will be the 3rd opportunity for her if she can win the 300-meter hurdle. What a feat that would be. And I didn't see yet, do we have the official results for the girls' long jump? That was the other event that Hackman won in 2025.
Yeah, like you said, we got to see her last year, and it was incredible. I mean, she was just head and heels above everyone else.
Showed it again this year, Evan.
Almost a full foot there.
Showing out, so 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah.
Doing her job, checking all the boxes, has to be super satisfied. And this is the event in this 300-meter hurdle that I believe that she is the biggest favorite in. 5 seconds better than the next PR in the event.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. When looking at these numbers, no one is near her. Everyone else in the 50-second range somewhere. She's sitting at 47 for the 300-meter hurdle. So would be a surprise to see someone else at the top of the leaderboard.
Kelsey Hackman, a one-lady wrecking crew for the 2nd straight year within the KMAC championships. Looking for a quadruple gold medal day. We saw last year as well, Northmor's Cohen Becker, who graduated. He accomplished the same feat, so I'm sure a lot of the KMAC competitors that were sprinters and jumpers weren't too sad that Cohen wasn't invited this year to come back and defend his 4 for 4 events. Northmor for the girls, looking to defend as the team champions. As the first heat going down right now, live and free here from Mount Gilead High School. Very comfortable afternoon, turning into evening now, 7:32 local time. It started at 70 degrees and cloudy, 68 still. Perfect, ideal temperatures and no breeze, Evan. I've been looking off into the distance. Everything is just very calm right now. So these will all be official times, no wind-aided type of opportunities today to impact any of these athletes.
Yeah, you get to see the true ability. No, like you said, no weather factors. Looking at the giant American flag over there, it's just standing still, nothing, not moving at all.
Unlike Alexandria Wythe, who was moving really quick there. That Bulldog will finish in first by a long shot in the first of the 2 sections. Still to come, though. Hackman looking to go 4-4-4. Kelsey, of course, will be in lane 4. To her right, Nalia Sackman, definitely the top contender, along with Kenley Trainer of Mount Gilead, who will be in lane number 3. Sackman's teammate, Macy Withrell, she's in lane 2. Sydney Mead from Cardington Lincoln lines up. She'll start in lane 1. And then on the opposite side, Kaylin Freelon of Loudonville's in lane 6. Morgan Gabrick of Centerburg in lane 7. And Pilar Payne rounds out the field from Fredericktown in lane number 8. Boys on deck, of course, for the boys' 300-meter hurdles. They'll also have 2 separate heats. And we'll get probably a much more interesting finish in the boys' 300-meter hurdles. You've got about 5 contenders all within a couple seconds of one another. This one, if it goes according to plan, will be Kelsey Hackman sprinting out to a lead and taking command as she has done already. Here is Hackman out in front, the stud junior. We've detailed 4 for 4 as a sophomore in her events. She's won her first 3 so far. Looking to close out the quadruple crown here today in the KMAC Championship. Trying to become one of the most highly decorated athletes already, and still a season to come. And here comes Kelsey, turning up the heat, putting some distance in between her and Sackman. Not her best leap over that last hurdle, but she will coast in lane 4 under 50 seconds for the crown, the quadruple crown today for Kelsey.
Ridiculous. I mean, that entire run, she just felt alone. As you can see in that final shot we have there, she was alone for most of that. She just jogs in, still at a sub 50. Ridiculous time.
Allison Johnson has the meet record 46.6, so that was not in jeopardy at any time. Kelsey has posted a 47.8, her best so far this season. We saw Sackman in second, and then it was a battle back there for third. Looked like Trainer and Freelon who finished in third and fourth in no particular order.
Lane 5, Wallace, Centerburg. In lane 6,
Believe we have
in lane 7,
a champion in the boys pole vault, unless they're just taking a break. Everybody's dissipated from over at that part of the park.
Looks like they packed it up.
In lane 3, White Nail, Cardington, Lincoln.
Have to get some confirmation as to who ended up as your champion. We did see a couple of misfires from Bostic of East Knox. So it boiled down between Levi Hunter, Kaysen Wallace of Mount Gilead.
40.36 was set by Mount Gilead's Connor Page.
First heat of the boys' 300-meter hurdles.
Athletes and coaches, this is your third and final call.
Pretty tight heat from top to bottom. 7 runners in there.
Third and final call. Second call, boys and girls, 200
See who ends up out in front of the pack as they start bending the corner. It's going to be Trevor Black right now. Trevor's got nobody to push him except for Ethan Harvey, his own teammate. But he's about to get passed, it looks like, by Nolan Hirschner. That's the real battle to look at in second, because Trevor Black dispatching the competition there, and might have been a season PR for him. Check the clock. Oh, yeah, unquestionably. I think he got it by about 2 seconds.
Ridiculous. I mean, getting your PR by 2 seconds in the KMAC Championship, what a better time. Not a better time to do it. Again, I thought another one we thought was going to be a lot closer, and Trevor Black just ran away with it.
Everyone, with the exception of 2 runners in this final heat, has posted sub-44s so far this season. Kaysen Wallace gets the number 1 seed. He is in lane number 4. Skylar Merklin, awful close to him. Less than 0.1 seconds away from his time from Centerburg. Cardington Lincoln, they've got Bristol Whitenell in the mix, and East Knox Logan Hersenberg. Those the top 4 athletes to keep an eye on. They're all going to be bunched in the middle on the outside. Cooper Ryan of Fredericktown, he's in lane 7. Gibson Hoggins of East Knox in lane 8. And then on the inside of the track, Aiden Ebersol from the Freddies, Josiah Hirschberger from Loudonville in lane number 2.
I've got results on all non-field except for pole vault. I don't have girls or boys, but I have every non-field.
Boys in the starting blocks. They're up, and the gun is off. Anticipating a tight finish to this one. Wallace in lane 4, making up some ground now. Merklin sticking with him. A little bit of space now in between Wallace in the competition. Merklin in second place. Hirschberger in third. Turning into a one-dog race, and it will be. Kaysen Wallace, your champion in the boys' 300-meter hurdles, and Skylar Merklin checking it in second.
You could see Wallace in those replays. He kept giving a little peek back, see where the competition was. He knew in those final stretches that he had it in the bag. Nailed the final jump and cruised to a first place.
It's almost more impressive that you have the body ability to be able to take that mini peek back, because you can't go outside of your lane. Obviously, you're moving at 100 miles an hour, trying to go over hurdles. But it's always fun to know that you're looking back at everybody.
Yeah, I know if I tried to look back while running and jumping, I'd probably end up on my face. So Wallace a lot better than I would do.
Hurdles are not for everybody, folks, especially for the gentlemen. They go up a whole notch. I think the average athlete is usually a little bit stunned when they try to go over just one. I've done it.
And these guys make it look easy. It looks like nothing getting over the hurdle, but it's ridiculous how high they are. They got to do multiple. It's not just one jump they got to do.
The 300 hurdles is a tough race. As you mentioned, the boys did make it look easy. Getting down to the nitty-gritty now, guys. How about the girls' 800 meters? Boys, of course, will be right behind them. And that's it. We close with the 800. I believe it starts with the 4x8 and then closes with the individual 8. The 2 mile? Actually, we haven't done yet.
Yeah, I think distance.
Still got to get that baby in there.
Distance.
200. I'm way jumping the gun.
We got plenty of events left.
Way more action coming. We do have all the results in for the field events with the exception of the pole vault. We're waiting for those to see exactly how it shook out for the fellas and the ladies as well. So here it is. This might be the 3,200. It's got to be. Never mind. We got the girls 8.
16 runners.
All right, let's take a look at who the expected contenders are here today. You hear the last name Schultz from Loudonville, you assume that they're going to be up near the front of the pack. Sophie is the young lady that's kind of taking over the baton from older sis. Tess, who is now a collegiate runner. She's got the best time posted so far this year. Macy Fawcett of East Knox. She's ran a 2:25. White from Cardington Lincoln a 2:30, as has Bella Smith of Northmor. This is Fawcett getting passed up front. There goes Schultz to the front of the pack. And this second lap is everything. It's what makes the 800 so grueling. No matter what your pace is on that first lap, you kind of have to throw it into your highest gear here over the last 400 meters. Especially if you want to be a champion, but the Schultz family, they've done that plenty in the KMAC.
Schultz starting to get a big lead now. And that's the harder part, staying focused, staying in gear when you don't know how close the competition is behind you. Lots of yelling going on from the sidelines. Half a lap left.
Barring a wild kick here from Macy Fawcett, we are going to see Sophie Schultz earn the championship. She seems like she's breathing quite comfortably, so she will finish number 1. Fawcett into the 2 spot. The battle right now is for number 3. It's a pair of Northmor runners, Bella Smith, stride for stride right now with Delaney Landon. Smith pushing a shade ahead, looking for that 3rd spot. A late kick. I think that was Mackenzie White. And now the rest of the pack starting to funnel their way in. Impressive performance, though, from Sophie Schultz, your champion in the girls 800. Sister Tess, a legend at Loudonville. State placer last year in the mile and the 2 mile. Just still to come today. Here's your girls 300-meter hurdles. No surprise, Hackman, and it did feel like she didn't have to give it her full throttle at the end. Evan had a sizable enough lead that she comfortably passed Sackman with a late burst, was able to get by Freelon for the 2nd place spot.
Yeah, the times look closer than it felt. Felt like Hackman had full control in the final part of the hurdles.
Trainer in 4th, and you see Northmor, who the favorite here today for the girls, to get 2 girls up in the top 5. That's big. That's bonus points for them. Take a look at the boys' championship times in the 300 hurdles, and pretty tight, but not quite the photo finish that we've been expecting so far here tonight, because it's happened so frequently. Shout out to Kaysen. That really, really strong push for him at the end. Did not allow Merklin an opportunity to really get in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, like you said, we've been missing the photo finishes. We had a couple races ago, but especially for the hurdles, there was a clear favorite in almost all of them. Wallace, we talked about earlier, just kept peeking back, seeing the competition, knew he was cruising, and finished strong to get first for Mount Gilead.
Ross Patrick of Loudonville, Hess, Loudonville, Kloss, Centerburg, Creswell, Northmor, Hartley of Fredericktown, Stevens of Danville.
The boys' 800 meters will feature, again, I think 16 runners. The best, Liam Stallknocker of Mount Gilead. If he can get a 1st place finish, goes a long way to really sealing the deal tonight in terms of the team competition for a squad that still has some great runners in the 3,200 meters coming up. Fredericktown's got Anson Wenger. He's posted a 2:02. That's the 2nd best time in the field here tonight. Andrew Dickoff of Centerburg with a 2:07. Harris Ross Patrick from Loudonville, 2:08. Dylan Compton also a 2:08 from Cardington Lincoln. This one's going to be about Stallknocker, though, and it's basically his race to lose. He's in 1st. Ethan Turner of Mount Gilead right now slotted in that 3rd slot. Could be a huge step for Mount Gilead if they can get 2 runners in that top 3. Right now it's Anson Wenger. He's in 2nd. Dylan Compton trying to make a push as well. Only about 200 meters more to go. Does Stallknocker have the stamina? A lot of cheers for Dylan Compton to try to start making a move. You have to empty the bucket right here if you want a chance to catch Liam Stallknocker. He's looking to set a meet record here today, break Nathan Streby's record from 2022. He's on an excellent pace right now. Not going to be quite record time, but he will still finish with the championship in a 2:03. Second place, Anson Wenger. And then Ethan Turner of Mount Gilead in third. That is huge. Might just lock up the team title for the Indians. Big 800 meters for the home team.
Another anticlimactic race. Had a steady lead almost the entire 800 meters, especially in that final 400. It just felt like everyone was pushing to catch up to him. But Stallknocker gets the win again easily for Mount Gilead. And like you said, that might be it.
It's putting a little bit more distance up on the scoreboard now. As we prepare now for the girls 200 meters. The gentlemen on tap after that. And then we get the 2-mile race. When was the last time you went out and ran 2 miles, Evan?
You know, it might be when they made us do it in like gym class in like high school. That might be it.
No fun runs for you in your spare time right now?
No. I mean, I probably got like 2 miles in like playing basketball or something with the friends, you know, now. Yeah, I don't know how good I would do. I definitely wouldn't be putting up times like these numbers are going to.
I love our technical director, Adam, threw up like the shrug, like, how dare
what do you
not
mean?
run
Yeah,
2
what do you mean
miles
you
in your
aren't
spare
running 2
time?
miles every week?
Offended, Evan. We expect our
I know, I need to get
college
better
kids
shape.
to come in and just be killing it like you are, staying up late, working at OU, making sure all the great graphics and the video projects gets out. However, you got to find a way to be able to get on the treadmill while you're doing your edits.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to multitask. Maybe get like the desk walkers. At least I'm walking 2 miles, maybe.
I think I got one that I can borrow for you.
Okay, perfect.
The wife said that she needed it. She ended up buying 2. I believe they're just collecting space on the side of the wall at OH Report right now. So,
well, then maybe in the 2027 KMAC championships, my times might look a little bit better with the 2 mile. Maybe I'm able to compete some.
Mr. Uncrustable in the house here today. A new superhero is kind of emerging here, live and free on the OH Report. And who doesn't love a quality Uncrustable? I think that can be a fan favorite. Get the Marvel franchise on that immediately.
That's what I was saying. That's my favorite superhero right there. I can always go for Uncrustable. And Uncrustable
Yes.
always plays your... It doesn't matter the situation. It's always perfect. Perfect snack.
Nobody can hear me, but fun fact,
Fun fact, the largest consumer of Uncrustables is
the NFL.
the NFL.
Yes, I saw it. I think it's like the Ravens or something. It's a ridiculous, like tens of thousands throughout a season.
You look at the diet plans for those guys. When you're trying to remain at 300 pounds plus,
yeah.
we're talking about 6,000 calories or more per day. That's a whole box. They need Mr. Uncrustables flying through and dropping off one of those at every desk. Quite wild.
And for the track athletes, I mean, it's got to be perfect. In between events, you got maybe like a 20, 30-minute break in between when you got to go on again. Just eat a nice Uncrustable. What's your go-to? Strawberry, grape?
I was recently turned
or like
on to...
you go to like chocolate.
There was, I think it's honey.
Oh, the honey ones?
one?
Yeah.
We put them in the freezer. You bring them out. They're rock hard. And it's just something about the way the peanut butter crunches in my mouth off of the freeze. It is untouchable. 2 heats of the girls' 200-meter dash. Let's see who emerges here as they make the turn. Kind of a 2-lady race. Lily Quick showing off her quickness, but off the outside, Bella McGrady. She's coming. Not quite quick enough to catch Quick. But the second heat features some real burners. Everybody under the 30-second mark. We've got 3 competitors that have ran in the 26s. 2 of them from East Knox and Fawcett, Ava Fawcett, and then Bostic. And then Brooke Bauer She is the young lady that's posted the best time so far, so she gets lane 4. Bostic in lane 6. Fawcett 4. Whipple from Mount Gilead is in 3. Whitney Baker of Northmor will be in lane 2. Mezarasova. There we go, from Fredericktown. She's in lane 1. Skok from Loudonville's in 7. And then Horlocker from Fredericktown on the outside in lane 8.
Really excited to see that middle section of Bauer, Fawcett, and Bostic. Bostic, we saw Bauer beat Bostic in the 400. We'll see if we can get some revenge here, or we'll have the same result.
Yeah, certainly it feels like a bit of a rivalry between those two young ladies right now. Who will show out here? Half a lap, dead sprint. Ladies are up, and here we go, out of the gates. And it looked like Bostic got kind of a slow start. Bostic in 5th place right now as they're starting to make the bend. Brooke Bauer, looks like it's hers for the taking. In lane 4, here she goes. Bauer looking for the championship. Fawcett in 2nd, Bostic in 3rd. And they will finish 1, 2, 3 in that order. Slow start for Bostic. Cost her a chance at really pushing Bauer, and she held firm. After that first about 50 meters, you could tell this was her race. She took command, and she delivered.
Yeah, Bauer left no doubt. I thought it was going to be enough. Like, we had 3 great runners that it could have been really close, but Bauer just goes ahead and said, hey, I'll take this one.
Solid finish for East Knox, though, in 2nd and 3rd on the podium. As the boys now get ready for the first of their 2 heats in the 200 meter. Blake Sipes just on the outside of making it into the 2nd heat. He's got the best time, 23.86. His teammate, Logan Roush, will be next to him. They're in lanes 4 and 5. Those will be the front runners, we presume, here in this first heat of the boys' 200-meter dash. Some great times, though, when you start looking at the top contenders. Kason Fawcett of East Knox, he's the favorite. Miller and Davis, though, from Mount Gilead, I mean, all their times within a half second of each other, so it's just who steps up in the moment and has their best race. Looking forward to seeing that one coming up here soon. Heat number 1 into the starting blocks. We're still waiting for the official pole vault heights and finishes to come in. Nobody in the building has them yet. And look at Blake Sipes. Did I tell you this dude was just on the outside? He wanted to prove it right here. He's got about 15 meters sub 23 with that run, unquestionably.
That was some angry running. I mean, he was viciously. Look at him on the replay right here, just moving.
That's not it slow.
You would think someone probably took his Uncrustable.
I'm guessing.
I think we know.
Yeah, we might kind of understand who has got the whole box.
I feel like the Uncrustable superhero should be like giving the Uncrustables out to everyone. Maybe it's a villain.
He might have caught him there at the end.
Take away the Uncrustables.
Character arcs.
So Blake Sipes looking to be the hero there, threw on a cape in the Freddy shirt. We'll see where he ends up placing. Can he outduel some of these runners that are in Section 2? Miles Marshall from Centerburg. He's a burner, but he's in lane 1. Logan Clark of East Knox next to him in lane 2. Mickley is in lane 3. We talked about Fawcett, Miller, and Davis in lanes 4, 5, and 6. Eli Indiciani from the Berg in lane 7. And on the outside, Levi Hunter from Northmor. So a chance to really solidify the team championship, and we feel like it's already iced up right now, but you can really lock the vault for Mount Gilead if you get 2 of your runners in the top 3 here in these boys' 200-meter sprint. Got him in the starting block. And they're underway. It looks like a nice start on the outside there for Davis. Turning the corner, yeah, you like the way that you see Davis running. Kason Fawcett, though, trying to work his way up to the top of the pack. Aiden Mickley pushing it on the outside. Here comes Tyler Miller. Couldn't exactly see, but you think Kason Fawcett probably had a little bit of that flowing hair just out in front of Mickley.
A really tight finish.
Yeah, that's going to be close there with Tay Davis coming on the outside from Mount Gilead. We'll post them as soon as we have the official numbers and times for you guys, but all indicators are certainly that Kason Fawcett was your champion. It might be pretty close to Tyler Bowles' meet record time of 22:37. I think the extra pressure on the outside's kind of forced him to turn it up a notch.
Did we do the girls' 800 results yet?
Show you guys the girls' 800 results. Sophie Schultz, another Schultz, breaking their way into the KMAC record books. Northmor with 2 girls placing in the top 5. Mount Gilead 6th and 7th in the competition. And then Macy Fawcett in 2nd place.
7th place, Schwartz, Mount Gilead. 6th place, Mosier, Mount Gilead. In 5th place, Landon.
And now for the fellas.
In 4th, White.
It was Liam Stallknocker basically from the rip on this one. About 2 seconds ahead of Ross Patrick, Ethan Turner of Mount Gilead. Pretty good race right there across the top 4 competitors.
Yeah, any event Mount Gilead is getting 2 of the top 3. I mean, that's just really good for the final point total.
Brooke Bauer with the championship. Her 2nd gold medal here tonight individually. Fawcett, Bostic in 2nd and 3rd. And that percentage mark means that that is a meet record. So she eclipsed Jessica Brewer by a lot too, Evan. How about 0.48 seconds better than the previous best time ever posted here in the KMAC finals?
Yeah, that was the one where we were kind of blown away. We thought it was going to be a lot closer, and Bauer just shot out of the gates, and makes sense that she was able to get the record.
So congratulations to her. And the previous record really close there for Fawcett. And then Isabella Bostic in 3rd. And for the boys, there it is. Blake Sipes ends up winning.
Wow.
So you saw Fawcett was celebrating, actually. And I think Blake Sipes just kind of indicated on that first run that he was angry at life.
Yeah. He took some aggression out in that run. I don't know who hurt Blake Sipes, but he was ready to go.
Never seen anybody in a second heat
That's
win
ridiculous. By 0.01 too. 0.01 of a second.
7th place.
Wow.
Centerburg. In 6th.
Very cool result. And now we're to the girls 2 mile.
But in place number 4, Compton, Cardington, Lincoln. And 3rd, Turner, Mount Gilead. In 2nd place, Ross Patrick of Loudonville. And your winner today from Mount Gilead with a time of 2:03.
Tell you about the competitors in the field today. I'll list them all off. We got time. This event typically takes, for the really fast runners, it'll be under 13 minutes. The slowest time in the field here today, 16 minutes. So Kate Lehman is your presumptive champion if it were to be chalk and would hold up here today. Adriana Hirschner having a great season from Mount Gilead. Schwartzentruber from Fredericktown has gone sub 13 this year. Those 3 ladies that I named are the only 3 competitors in the field that can make that claim. Gwen Hirschner has gone 13:07 this year. Macy Withrall from Northmor out there, as is Mady Shade from Fredericktown. Gracie Jeffries from Loudonville, Gwen Offheim, East Knox, Reagan Malone of Danville, Phoebe Fitzsimmons from Loudonville, and Brooklyn Ashman from Danville is your field out here in the girls' 3,200 meters. And we finally do have the pole vault results. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Ladies first. And a new meet record today set by Jenny Alexander. How about 2.5 feet plus over the competition today? The 2 Mount Gilead competitors at 9 foot. But she just kept going up and up, pushing herself to the limit. Brand new meet standard, Evan.
I mean, that's not even fair. That is a ridiculous gap in the numbers. That is, yeah, that's a small human, toddler.
I'm curious what she had done previously. That's a new PR for her as well. So Jenny Alexander, 11.6. I think she said, just give me that extra inch. So I can prove to myself that I'm better than I was yesterday. And certainly she is in the record books. Right now in this girls 3,200, it's Lehman kind of running by herself up front. Boys pole vault, we know that it boiled down to those last 3 competitors. And Kaysen Wallace, he's got a new 14 feet 9 inch record here in the KMAC championships. But boiling down to Levi Hunter, Cooper Sage, I mean, that was a really fun competition.
Yeah, really. I mean, Wallace just gets the record by 1 inch. Again, just a little bit to get the record. Pretty cool to see both the boys and girls get the new records here today.
Don't know the exact height that he was going for, but I believe that they did put it up to 15 feet and give him a couple of attempts, a la the young lady that won the girls pole vault, and just trying to set a new standard for himself, and still a meet record. We also have the 4x800 final results as Lehman continues to run away from the field. Northmor, big win right there. And Mount Gilead in second. And the better battle right now in the team competition for the girls, I think, is for second place. And Mount Gilead looking to maintain that and finish runner-up to Northmor this year. That finish, pretty critical for them.
Very.
And this will be the last of the results that we have here. And this was a pretty good race. And some awesome times, too, Evan. How about the top 5 teams all under 9 minutes? Fredericktown not too far off that pace. But it's Mount Gilead with the victory. They win by about 10 seconds over Centerburg.
What we expect from Mount Gilead, that's just what they do. That's the culture they built here. And getting the home track advantage.
Still got a ways to go here in this girls' 3,200 meter run. Tess Schultz set a meet record last year that will not be touched today. 11:45 over a 2-mile pace. Got a delivery of cookies. I'm not sure when these snuck into the mix. Oh, I think my son has made it over to the bake sale yet again, Evan, and this time actually sharing.
That's awesome. I mean, you got to go hit up the bake sale. Sounds like there's lots of goods there. I mean, every time I see something from the bake sale, it looks really good.
It was the sport for him today. We invited him down to the long jump pits when we went several hours ago, and we said, do you want to come check out the competition? He said, no, I'm going to check out the baked goods.
Man knows what he came here for. I mean, he got his priorities straight.
Taking a look at him down in the bleachers right now, it looks like he is snackless at the moment, but I'm sure that within his hoodie pocket, he's got more than one treat.
Ready to reload.
So you're saying last year career, 11 minutes.
So that's Lehman in first that you just saw. And let's kind of count. I'm trying to figure out exactly how many seconds she is ahead. But maybe about 8 seconds ahead of second and third place. So that's the battle that's going on right now. Schwartzentruber, Adriana Hirschner. Seven and a half minutes burnt down so far here in this run. And we'll show you what a championship run looks like. As mentioned, the record set a year ago when we live streamed over at the castle from Northmor. And Loudonville's Tess Schultz put on an absolute show. If it wasn't for Hackman's 4 gold medals, she definitely would have been the gold standard that afternoon. And super big congratulations to her again. I think I might send you on a mission here, Evan. Might have you go try to track down that young lady. See if we can't get an interview with, how about 8 for 8 over the last 2 years in the KMAC, and just see what Hackman has to say. And Blake Sipes too. I gotta kind of know.
We
like,
need to see Mr. Sipes.
Bro, what did you see? Did a hornet fly up your shorts? Why were you so angry and running so fast? Never, ever seen somebody in a second heat win a championship. An amazing run today.
Yeah, blew away the competition.
So yeah, we just got the one race to go. Go ahead, Evan.
All
see
right,
if you can
let's
track
go.
down those athletes and anybody else that you want to try to get an
Yes,
interview
sir.
with. We'll have coming up. We will do a little flashback here to Tess Schultz from last season. This is what she did in the 3,200 meter. No, this is a baton. I think we've got the wrong race.
We ran so far, we're past it.
We went too fast. Her test is she just ran right through that. State placed her in a couple of different things, and
I'm also playing.
kid sister winning some events here today as well. So we're down to the last 3 laps. It has been Lehman basically from the get-go here tonight, folks. Has not been much of a race.
Evan, put this in your pocket, Evan, just in case, since it's been on the whole time. Should be okay.
Lapping folks out there as she shares a quick hello with Reagan Malone.
We'll get a camera back there, but you'll have to bring them. Yeah. The stage would be really a good spot for this. Like right down.
Running a solid pace right now. We're at about 10 and a half minutes.
I'm thinking like right down there on that platform in front of you.
And she'll have just one more lap to go.
Race, we can help you if we need to.
Kate Lehman looking to close out in style. She is a full 100 meters ahead of second and third place as she turns the corner for her last lap. Clock showing 11 minutes. Hirschner right now in second. Schwartzentruber of Fredericktown in third. There's a couple runners that still have a couple laps to go. As Kate continues on her way, running a really solid pace. And just for context, right now is when Tess Schultz finished a season ago. So about 200 meters ahead of the first place run by Kate Lehman here today. We'll see if she can set a new PR standard. 12:28 the time to beat. It's going to be awful close. Clock at 12:10. Lehman indeed will set a new PR. She's at 12:24, your championship time here today.
We got no eyes on anybody from there. There's no tape factor. Those are the 4 blue shirts in this whole club. They left.
Lehman looking to catch her breath. And here comes Hirschner of Mount Gilead. Solid showing for her, second place. Schwarzentruber in third. Gwen Hirschner across the finish line. First or second finisher now for the Freddies. Maddie Shade, Macy Withrow, and big hug there at the finish line. It's the girls' 3,200 meter, getting close to a close. Everybody on their final lap. And just one race remaining. It'll be the boys' 2-mile run. Very similar to what we had with the girls last year with Tess Schultz setting a legendary standard. 2 seasons ago, we saw Will Baker set a mark that may not be touched for a little while. 9:34. Kid was an absolute monster. Took 6th place at state in the 2-mile last year.
Who's she? I heard that, but who's she? So I can relate to Brian. Who? Evan. Who was it? Who was it? Who did you ask about? Oh, Tackman. Left already. So she ran 6th.
Oh, I'm told that our quadruple champion here today, Kelsey Hackman, was hacking.
Going to 2-3 flu game.
She had her version of the flu game today. If our sources are telling us correctly, she's got a little case of the stomach flu and still comes out and goes 4 for 4. So even kind of enhances what is the legend, the mystique around going, I guess not 4 for 4, but she's 8 for 8 the last 2 years with gold medals. So might be, watching on the drive home to Danville right now. So unfortunately, you will not hear from Kelsey Hackman today. But Evan still on the prowl, trying to track down some champions. Blake Sipes is certainly right at the top of my list to hear from if he is still in the building. He might have pulled a Bo Jackson or a Forrest Gump with that speed and just kept running right into the tunnel after that 200-meter pace that he had. Absolutely insane.
East Knox, Dickoff, Centerburg, Huddleston, Northmor, and Armstrong.
And that'll put the 3,200-meter in the books for the girls. Or no, another lap to go still. Excuse me. So Brooklyn Ashman is still out on the course and has another lap to go. As the boys are just awaiting their opportunity to close out the show with the 2-mile run. Got the Mount Gilead baseball team now trickling into the stadium. Let's see who they played today.
Sipes, yes.
There was a lot of activity here at the campus of Mount Gilead, who was a 15-3 winner over Cardington Lincoln today. Congratulations to the Indians, who are having a great season. Bit of a surprise season, I think you could say. 15 wins and counting. And a big rivalry down in this part of the universe. Well, anytime they lock horns with Cardington Lincoln, it's always a good day for the victor.
Yeah, tell you what, just bring him into the booth. Jory, bring him in with Brian. We're going to bring him in, and then... Oh, ha ha ha. Touche. I'm going off what you were saying. So that's because I need...
200 champion. Looks like we've got Blake Sipes coming up. Cool. So we are going to have an interview. So getting them wired up.
That was mine.
They're just getting the graphics set up now.
Adam, can you go to
All right, so we do now have Evan Johnson is standing by, and he has got Blake Sipes with him, the champion of the 200-meter in one of the most unconventional fashions. We will throw it down to Evan now.
Hey guys, I'm here with Blake Sipes. Blake, you ran in the first heat, but you're still able to come away with the win. When you heard your name that you eventually were the winner, what was that feeling like?
I mean, it was crazy, you know. The first heat, there's really no pressure, so you just got there and run as fast as you can. So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
What was kind of your motivation going into this run? We were talking about in the broadcast. It looked like an angry run. What was going through your head during the race?
I mean, that was only my second 200 of the year. So it was really just, I mean, run as fast as I can. Nothing really.
That is very impressive. Only your second of the year. So was there any strategy you're going, or was it legit just run as fast as I can?
Nope, just run as fast as I can, yep.
That's awesome. We were talking about a little bit earlier the difference between, you also were on the basketball team doing great with them. Is it more challenging to do these races or basketball?
Honestly, it depends on, like, the meet and game, but it might be the track. Like tonight is definitely harder here.
All right, now that you're a KMAC champion, where do you go from here?
Districts.
There we go. All right, that's Blake Sipes. And we got a little pouch for you, man.
Hey,
there you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Blake.
Hey, well-deserved. An MVP pouch for Blake Sipes. I think he's had a few others as well. And in the background, I think you saw over Blake's head that we've got the boys 3,200 meter. They are off and running. It's about to be under the lights here at Mount Gilead. Local time 8:22. But it's never too late for a champion to be crowned. Mount Gilead's going to get one. That is the expectation. Henry Bartlett, Owen Hirschner, they are the top two runners in the field here today, and nobody is really close to being on pace with what they traditionally have done all season long. We've seen Schwarzentrooper from Fredericktown, Jack Dean, they can run in about the 10:40 range, but we've seen both Bartlett and Hirschner, they've broke 10 minutes multiple occasions. The PR so far this year for Henry, 9:50 coming into today. Let's tell you about the rest of the field. Mentioned already the runners from Fredericktown and Northmor. How about Caden Clutter from East Knox, Samuel Dickoff of Centerburg, Oliver Huddleston, he's running from Northmor today. Trace Armstrong for the Freddies. Zach Manchester from Loudonville, Bray Ramelsberg from Cardington Lincoln round out the field, along with Logan Taylor from the Redbirds. Up front, the two gentlemen in their purple uniforms, stride for stride, just pacing out one another right now. Different body styles and shapes. Obviously, a much taller stature there. He, Bartlett, and Hirschner just keeping their own pace.
There's the KMAC bowling champion for Mount Gilead.
3 minutes gone by. Everybody 2 laps down. So it's a strong start. The center of the pack with 6 runners all clumped together, chasing these 2 distance studs up at the front. The 3200 has been owned by Mount Gilead at the KMAC for several years in a row now. Meet record already touched on 934 Will Baker 2 seasons ago. You don't anticipate that you're going to see that type of time here today, but you can't count it out. I've now got the king of the bake sale up in the booth with me. We're going to hear from Michael Skoronsky, who I think has tested out everything. Michael, if you can just tell us about the treats, and what do you think was the best? You tried several different cookie styles, correct? Mm-hmm. What do you think was the top overall item at the bake sale that you tried?
I've tried most of the cookies and then one cupcake, and I think the cookies with the marshmallows on top are the best, so I highly suggest those.
How many different snacks did you try today?
Around 3.
How much money have you spent at the bake sale?
It's only $1 because it's in donations. So $1 for like a bag of cookies, $1 for the marshmallow cookie I was talking about. So, yeah.
So you're only $2 committed so far?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Well, thank you for the bake sale update, Michael. Watching these kids out here running 2 full miles, can you picture yourself doing this at any point in your life?
No.
Well, he is the real-life cookie monster. Thank you for the insight, Michael. We do appreciate you. What's next on your agenda? Where are you off to? Have you been to the concession stands?
Multiple times. The hot dogs are really good.
Okay, so hot dogs, the top thing that you've had. What else?
I had a hot dog. That's mostly, and nachos. That's mostly it.
Mostly, he says.
Mostly.
So there have been other items that are not going to be disclosed.
Turn them upside down to shake.
Do you have anything still in your hoodie pouch?
I do not.
But you brought up a couple of cookies. Are these for me and Evan if we do a good job and we close out the show strong?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Good stuff. So if you get an opportunity to come out to Mount Gilead, obviously hot dogs, second to none over at the concession stand. Nachos, legit. But the bake sale, come on. I hear that our camera lady operator constantly was talking about how well prepared the hot dogs were today as well. So obviously that's a fan favorite, not just of the OH report, but should be a fan favorite of everybody if they are just that stinking good. 3 more laps to go for all of these competitors. And it's obviously a 2-person race right now up at the front of the pack. Mount Gilead and Bartlett looking to take command, take home the individual championship with the small lead. lapping some of the competition. Going past Ramelsburg. Zach Manchester. Nice big strides going here at the front. On a pretty nice pace right now. Let's see when he crosses the finish line for his final 2 laps. He's looking at 7:39. Hirschner on his tail. Great afternoon of track and field here at Mount Gilead this afternoon. The championships for the Knox Morrow Athletic Conference, which has produced plenty of state placers over the last several years. Blake Sipes saying what's next on the districts. But you look at Boughton and Toombs in the girls' shot put last year, state placers. Talked about Tess Schultz. Northmor took 3rd in the boys 4x100 relay. Becker was absolutely phenomenal as well. He took 3rd in the 400 dash. Tess 6th in the 3200. And with Mount Gilead moving from Division III up to Division II, we know Will Baker, multiple-time state champion in D2, 4th in the boys mile, 6th in the 3200 meter. A lot of medals earned by KMAC runners at state competition last year. We're expecting more of the same. Boughton, I think, will be in contention to go top 3 potentially in shot put. Seems like her discus throw as well has really come a long way. Looking forward to seeing how she ends up representing when she gets to districts, regionals, beyond. So Evan Johnson down working the sidelines right now, trying to get an interview with the pole vault champion. And if any breath is left in the lungs of the 3200 meter champion, whether it be Bartlett or Hirschner, look to grab a quick conversation with one of those 2 distance studs. Just at the 10-minute mark now. $10.15, the championship run, and then $10.19 for your top 2 finishers, Henry Bartlett, Owen Hirschner. Bartlett, your KMAC champion. 3rd place finish will go to Jack Dean. And, oh, we've got a burst coming for 5th place. Look like 5th place belonged to Samuel Dickoff. Or there is Samuel. This race starting to wind down, as are the championships.
Results are in for the girls' 3,200 meter run. In 8th place, Opine.
Team champion today, yet again.
Jeffries, Loudonville.
It's going to be Mount Gilead for the boys. Northmor will be your girls champion. And both of those schools, I believe, will finish in 2nd place as well, with the Indians girls in the number 2 spot, and the Golden Knights will finish runner-up to Mount Gilead here today. Results from the 2-mile run. Kate Lehman, it was never a competition. She ends up blasting everybody by a full half minute. And then pretty tight between Hirschner and Elizabeth Swartz and Truber of Fredericktown. Pretty good distance in between them. And then Hirschner, Maddie Shade. There is your top 8 runners in the boys 3,200 meters. Last couple of finishers coming through right now here in the 2-mile race, closing out the KMAC championships. As the sun's starting to set, 8:35 local time out here on the East Coast.
In 4th, Walker, Northmor. 3rd place, Trainer, Mount Gilead. In 2nd place, Hirschner, Mount Gilead. And your winner today with a meet record, 11 feet 7 inches from Fredericktown, Jenny Alexander.
Yep. So we got that music. Go ahead and slap that on. All right. I'll go ahead and dial it.
We have a special guest up in the booth now with us. Sir, tell the world who you are and what you just accomplished.
My name is Kason Wallace, and I just got a big PR in pole vault. I jumped 14 feet 9 inches. Got a school record and KMAC meet record.
Obviously, you got to be on cloud 9 right now. That's a big-time accomplishment to get that gold medal and a new standard. What did it take here, kind of leading up to this event the last couple of weeks, and how were you able to get to a point where you're performing at your best right now?
Yeah, it wasn't all physical. It was the biggest part was in my head, just making sure I'm ready and knowing it's postseason and now it's time to do what I can do.
It was a pretty good competition boiling down to the end of it between you and Levi Hunter of Northmor, and I think Sage Cooper too. They were putting a little bit of pressure on. How did that help you kind of take it up a notch when you know that there's a couple other guys that also want that gold medal?
Yeah, I know both of them, so it was definitely cool to have us all pushing each other, but yeah, just knowing there was other people around me and knowing I got to clear this bar if I want to win and stuff like that. So
it seems clear Mount Gilead's going to be the team champions again here. To do it here at your home venue and to continue that tradition of the Indians being the best in the KMAC, what's it been like being a part of this program for the last couple seasons?
It's been great. I've learned a lot of stuff, and it wasn't just success that brought me here. You know, I had a lot of failures in my freshman and sophomore year, and I think that definitely helped me a lot.
So talk about what's next for you, Kason. What are you looking forward to as the season progresses and we start getting into the big-time tournament these next few weeks?
Yeah, just getting ready for districts, getting my rest, getting some work in. It's not just pole vault. I also do hurdles and hoping to help my team out on some relays or something. But
well, congratulations. A huge day for you, a new PR, meet record, the whole 9 yards, man. You're going to be in the record books hopefully for a long time. Continued success, and hopefully you can do it again at districts and keep moving beyond, man.
Thank you.
Got an MVP baggie for you.
Thanks.
And obviously a lot of good luck from everybody here at the OH Report, man. Good talking to you. Thank you so much for coming up in the booth, Kason.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
That is your pole vault champion. So we're going to take a quick commercial timeout. We're going to give them an opportunity here to get things set up for the next race. And then we will close out the show with your team champions. Keep it here live and free on the OH Report.
Tournament baseball is almost here, and the road to a championship is where local attention gets louder. From first pitch to the final out, families, fans, and communities will be locked in as the area's best teams chase their postseason moment. Now is the time to put your business in front of that audience. Sponsorship opportunities on the region's largest high school sports network are limited, and they will fill fast. Reach out today to secure your spot on the OH Report.
tournament softball is almost.
KMAC Championships live and free from Mount Gilead High School. One event remains for both the boys and the ladies here tonight.
Athletes, don't forget at the completion of the boys 4x400 meter.
The 4x400.
We'll have a brief but ever so important
Just one heat of this
trophy
for
ceremony for your
both the boys and the girls.
team winners for the boys and the girls.
Danville will be absent for the ladies coming up. Best time so far this season has been posted by East Knox. It's that same quartet that we've been accustomed to seeing today of Fawcett, Tucker, and Isabel Bostic will run in the anchor role tonight. Unlikely that they get pushed in this particular race, but if they do, it would likely be by Northmor. That's been the two teams that have been going head-to-head in all of the sprints so far here tonight. Brooke Bauer starts things off here for the Lady Knights. Fredericktown, Sophia Overholt. Sophie Mosier getting the party started for Mount Gilead. Autumn Davis for Centerburg in lane number 1, and on the outside, Lena Breckheisen begins the race here for the Redbirds. Lap number 1, Ava Fawcett finds her way out to the front of the pack, running in lane number 4. The Bulldogs off to a strong start as we anticipated right now. It's Loudonville in second place. Cardington Lincoln in third with Bailey Crone. Fawcett with the give to Tucker. She's got about a 60-yard cushion right now. Came out of the gates really hot, solid transition. Doesn't appear as though they're going to leave the door open for any type of heroics. They would need from the back of the pack someone to just have a phenomenal split. From my vantage point, it's starting to get kind of dark, but it looks like we've now got Fredericktown and Jenna Aron, who took the baton, who's starting to pick up the pace now for the Freddies, trying to push them into second. There is a pack of 4, really 5 total runners with Centerburg trying to get involved out of lane number 1. As you'll see, handoff number 2 here from Tucker to Macy Fawcett. Gives a little nod to the camera. The camera actually nodding at them. Second place, Northmor. Bella Smith taking off. But she would have to have the run of a lifetime. Macy's got a unique stride, but she knows how to use it. Those yellow shoes skating right now. She's extended the lead, if anything, for the Bulldogs. Northmor, though, firmly now into second place. The battle going now for third. Looks like it's going to be Mount Gilead. Liana Schwartz filling that position. Clock showing right at 3 minutes. Isabel Bostic. They save their burner for the anchor. She's had a couple of disappointing individual races today. Looking to close out the show for the ladies with a big-time run. And, wow, has she turned the corner. She's probably a 170-yard lead at this point. Trying to pull away from the anchor, Layla Castle, on the other side. The purple hair flowing They have a great opportunity here to try to beat the meet record that was set just a season ago. Matter of fact, they are going to beat it for sure. It's just a matter of by how much. Here goes Bostic. Bostic is going to cross the finish line at 4:09, 3 seconds better than the meet record. There's a new standard set by the Bulldogs. Northmor in second place. And now we've got a big run going here for third. So East Knox with the championship, Northmor in second place. I believe Fredericktown ended up in third. Cardington, Lincoln, Centerburg behind them. But East Knox with a championship run for the record books. New time unofficially 4:09 in the girls 4x400 meter relay for the Lady Dogs. We're going to talk to all four of the runners from the East Knox Lady Bulldogs coming up with Evan here in a moment as we set the stage for the grand finale of the night, our very last race. Mount Gilead is your favorite here tonight. Believe we'll get the quartet of Davis, Horton, Martinez, and Stallknocker. Northmor and Fredericktown neck and neck this year in terms of times, not separated by much. Loudonville right behind them. Could see a great finish for second place. Opportunity on the inside part of the track for Centerburg to maybe put on a little bit of pressure as well. The big guy, Jackson Bollinger, will start things off for the Trojans. Discus shot put thrower / sprinter. That's why I believe the University of Florida would like him to come play football for them in the future. I think plenty of other offers probably roll in the direction of Jackson Bollinger. Crazy athlete, but they're going to have to outduel some really tough competition. This is it, folks. Last race of the night.
Results are in for the girls 4x400 meter relay. In sixth place, Mount Gilead. Fifth, Cardington. In fourth place, Loudonville.
Levi Hunter trying to make his way up to the front of the pack.
And your winner today with a meet record by almost 4 seconds. 4:09.47, the law firm of Fawcett, Tucker, Fawcett, and Bostic, East Knox. Congratulations, ladies.
So right now it is Northmor and Hunter out in front. Rakin Abayash is in second from Cardington, Lincoln. And it appears, I think that Mount Gilead might have decided just to not run this race. Yeah, noticeably absent. I believe they've already locked up the team championship. I can't tell. Oh, no, never mind. tough to tell in the dark. Now all the jerseys in the distance start to look exactly the same to me. But Mount Gilead is now actually in second place. Northmor out in front. Indians starting to make up some ground here. All of a sudden, check this out. They have overtaken. Maybe I spoke too soon. It certainly felt like the trajectory and the path of the pace was going to lead to Mount Gilead surging out in front, but give a lot of credit here. Landon Bauer holding them off, maintains the top spot. One more lap to go. Mount Gilead out in front here. This is stall knocker. And this is why their times have been so low all year. Obviously, it's a great quartet. But look at this kid. Look at the kick. Big push coming, though, now from Hayden Love of Centerburg. It's a three-team race as we're heading down the backstretch, turning the corner. We've got Mount Gilead out in front. Northmor in second. Fredericktown in fourth. Centerburg starting to fade, and it is going to be Mount Gilead. After that second man with the baton, they really take command and they break things open. Not too far off of the meet record just set by Fredericktown. So Mount Gilead gets the team championship. But speaking of champions, we've got 4 of them hanging out with Evan Johnson.
Athletes, coaches, and spectators. There's a gentleman looking for a Buick key fob. He would like to go home sometime soon.
Thanks, Brian. I'm here with the 4x400 KMAC Championships representing East Knox. Ladies, you guys are KMAC champions. How does that feel?
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Now, I believe each of you competed in all four different events, but you guys mentioned something to me that I thought was interesting, that this is the last one of the day, but it's the most fun. Why is this one the most fun?
Well, I think just having these girls here, like, they really make me want to do my best. So even though I'm so tired, I just want to do my best for them because, like, they do it back for me.
You know, like, it's the end of the race. It's what you've been waiting for. You can give whatever you got left and know you're doing it for, you know, your amazing teammates. So
now, each of you have your own leg into this. It's an individual thing at one point. What kind of teamwork goes into this? Is there a lot of communication? Does there have to be good chemistry on the handoffs and everything?
Well, honestly, we kind of count on Ava to get us started. I feel like she starts with our first leg, and, like, that really just takes us. I mean, our handoffs, we've worked from doing, like, just standing to now we have kind of like a run where we're getting it so that we're getting our legs moving and getting to that feeling right away so we're quicker.
When we pass the baton to each other, it's like we're passing on more adrenaline and more, like, I believe in you, girl, you can do it. Like, it's just we all love each other so much, and we love to do good.
we all just believe in each other and have that positive mindset. All of us.
And I have to ask about the hair. What motivates the hair? Where did this come from? It's awesome.
My mom is behind it, but we saw it a really long time ago, and, like, ever since junior high, like, we started putting it in, and then I became the girl with the purple hair. And so now I can't stop, and it gives me more confidence, and I can't run without it. It makes me run faster, and then it gives me more confidence to give to these girls too. So
that's awesome. Again, congratulations for being KMAC champions. I'll give you each a chance. You guys can look into the camera and shout out anyone you'd like.
I'd like to shout out my mom who's watching from home, my boyfriend Zane, and the whole EK community.
I want to shout out Coach Sabo, obviously these girls, and God for getting me through all of my running experiences.
Of course, my amazing girlfriends right here, and my family, siblings, mom and dad, and just my whole team and coaches.
These three, Coach Sabo, of course, and my boyfriend Zeke for getting me through this all.
Alrighty, there you guys have it. Your 4x400 KMAC champions. Congratulations.
Fourth place, Fredericktown, 341.89. Third place.
Evan Johnson with the interview of the day, the run of the day from the Lady Bulldogs. They smashed the meet record going into the history books here of the KMAC. Awesome night here. The team champions will be crowned here shortly. Mount Gilead is out on the field.
We've all been waiting for final team results. First for the ladies, your trophy's waiting for you down at the track. In 8th place, Centerburg, 38.5. 7th place, Cardington Lincoln.
Turn up my mic a little bit. Maybe you guys can hear all their results.
Evan, hold your microphone.
In 6th place, Danville with 57 points. In 5th, East Knox, 75. 4th place, Loudonville, 76. 3rd place, Fredericktown, 85. And 2nd, Mount Gilead with 112. And your 2026 KMAC champs with 145 points. The ladies from Northmor, congratulations.
As expected, the front runner, everyone
Come on,
was
we can
kind
clap
of
a little
looking
more
at
than that.
Northmor as being the potential team champion, and they execute today. They win it. They've got the big team title trophy heading back to North Bloomfield Township. But now for the fellas.
52. 5th place, East Knox, 59. 4th place, Fredericktown, 70. And 3rd, Northmor, 97. And 2nd place, Centerburg, 111 points. And your winner today with 159 points, the hometown Indians, Mount Gilead.
So not even a close competition. Mount Gilead gets it done. Team championship yet again. They defend their crown. They are a dynasty right now in the KMAC conference. Nobody even close to them. Centerburg, though, sneaking into the number 2 spot overall as a team. Northmor was the team projected to finish 2nd overall. We salute the champions here today. Mount Gilead for the boys. Taking a team pick right now. The Northmor girls also getting a team flick. And our fun night here from Mount Gilead comes to a close with the hometown Indians raising up the number 1s. That's what they have been for a long time down in this part of the world on the track and field. So congratulations to them and Northmor for the team championships. Big shout out to our production team out here for bringing it to you. Jory Hollenbeck running camera all day long. Big smile on her face. We had Michael Skoronsky trying every snack, all the hot dogs that he could muster, and giving you a full recap. Evan Johnson running all over the place tonight. He was down in the throwers lounge. He was at the long jump, keeping up with you with the interviews, and just overall doing a fantastic job on the microphone with me. Adam Thompson bringing you all the race results. So easy. Anybody can do it. Last second thing. So cool that it actually worked out for all of you. For all them, I'm Brian Skronsky saying so long here today from Mount Gilead. We will see you guys back and better than ever. We've got tournament softball, big time baseball coming up here the rest of the week. So long, everyone.